Cheese grill.
Okay. Kendall says goat %.
We will do goats.
We need a Josiah trash talk tracker during this run. Every time I see him run TV, he always says he hates the game, call things stupid, etc.
All right, hey, just so you understand, if something happens and I get a little frazzled and I say I hate this game, the last thing I want to hear is, no, you don't hate this game. That is the last thing that I want to hear in that moment.
Look,
so
we get it. You're a boomer.
That just means we're going to say it now.
We get it. You're a boomer married to your wife. We understand.
And then she says, he then says he loves the game. A mixed feeling relationship, it seems.
Oh,
This isn't. This is.
God.
This is big trouble.
Don't block it out. Accept it. Let it flow through you.
well,
Josh, I think you said some similar things playing.
What are we naming our character?
Yeah.
Okay, Kian.
And I haven't played Hitman since.
See the game audio? Click it, unmute.
oh yeah.
Red. There you go. What's it say? -30 something? What's it say?
Completely skipped Hitman.
That's
here?
yeah,
Negative
yeah.
33.
Negative 33.
Okay, good.
It's Q still.
Perfect.
It is on it.
Like.
Oh no, it's gonna be spacebar.
Oh, space bar.
Yes, you can just test it really quick.
Yeah, maybe just click it. Ah, PB.
0.4
seconds. That's a pretty good
And then
PB.
turn the game audio down just a little bit. I'll tell you
So
what.
that, or the one that you turned on.
Left. And good. No. Yes, good. Perfect.
Good. Okay.
Okay.
Are we all ready, folks?
Yep. Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right.
We're in for a ride. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go. Woo-woo. Here we go. All right. Twilight Princess 70% is back at BGDH. The first time live and recorded. Here we go.
Yeah, there's no proof you've ever done this.
Yeah, there's no proof. So, start out the run. Little glitch that you guys have seen before.
I've never seen this.
Yeah. You guys seen this one before?
No. I've never seen you. I've
This is
never
the-
seen you reset
He
your run.
tuned out the rest of the run. He remembers this part.
It's the only part that matters.
All right.
I don't even know if you remember this one because you don't remember what column.
Well, I didn't know he was describing it. All right.
I see rock and bridge.
Hey.
Look at that.
First try.
All right. So now we're gonna hopefully get this first try. Otherwise, we'll... crap. We gotta reset.
It will be for
You can
us.
restart the time.
All right, we're restarting the run.
Yeah.
Woo!
All right, PB of 58 seconds.
Nice.
All right. Ready and go. Okay,
New
now-
category, rage quit %.
So I needed the map to come out there. My D-pad's been having issues lately.
Oh yeah, blame it on the controller.
I'm serious. I can't.
Don't worry, I was blaming my keyboard. So
Yeah,
it's alright.
you were blaming it the whole run.
I was.
Yeah.
But you should have felt that.
I did feel bad. I felt bad.
No, you should have
Should have
felt
felt
it.
it.
Oh, felt it. Oh.
It seems fitting.
Like I'd push the button and the button wouldn't actually push. No, that was still your run though.
Alright, please.
Josiah has taken Undertale for himself.
Dude,
Not
it'd be
speedrun
fun.
it anymore.
That's all you need.
I'm not even speedrunning it next year.
There we go. Alright, so that's a frame perfect glitch called Back in Time. You all have seen it before. You void out and reset on the same frame, puts you on the title screen. You can void out from there and then save the title screen state into our file. And this gives us some really useful properties. You'll see right away it'll spawn us into Faron Woods.
We have boardwalk.
It's going to give us the sword and shield and the tunic right away, which is good. The number one thing that it does, though, is it sets the opponent tame flag. You might not know what that means, but after Elden Twilight, you kind of tame opponent after she's been captured. And when that flag is set, you can go to Orden and get Iron Boots. And since it's set, we can get Iron Boots right away. Orden's now in a state later in the game that it shouldn't be. And so we'll get Iron Boots in this first section of the game here, which is really nice. Alright, so now we're going to pretty much be rolling over to Tallow and the monkey to rescue them. We skipped all of Orden Day 1 and 2 by doing that gate clip. It's a pretty simple glitch, but it skips a lot of content. This game's known for kind of having a longer intro, but the gate clip skips 6 minutes of that, which is really good.
I don't think I've ever seen the intro.
Yeah, I don't hate it. A lot of people don't like it. I don't think it's the weakest intro of the Zeldas. For rolling, this game definitely has the hardest rolling for games that you roll consistently. Because frame perfect rolling is really important to maintain top speed. In other games like Wind Waker, you have a little wiggle room. You have like a 2-frame window to keep your top speed. In this game, it really you can lose a lot of speed, especially going up and down slopes. It's really important. So, I guess a little bit about any percent while we're kind of rolling here. So, like I mentioned in the interview, haven't done this since 2018 for BGDH. Brought it back. There's a new route that's really, really good. The middle hour especially is really good. Has new glitches, stuff you guys haven't seen. It's been in the run only for the past couple of years, and lots of other new things. And some familiar glitches too, of course. I will talk more about this later, but this game hasn't quite had that holy grail type of glitch that other games recently, like Wind Waker and Skyward Sword, have had, like Barrier Skip and Reverse Bit Magic and Skyward Sword. This game hasn't quite had that yet. I think it will happen eventually. Skyward Sword was notorious for, it was a 5-hour run for years, and no one thought it would ever be what it is now, where it's a 1 hour and 10-minute run. So you never know what can happen. But hasn't quite had that yet. But it's a very optimized run for being it's 2 hours and 48 minutes for the record now. Very optimized, a lot of cool stuff. But nothing that's been like a big, like 30+ minute time save in quite a few years.
Ocarina of Time should donate one of their
Right.
one of their like 5 holy grail glitches.
What's it down to now? Like,
240. Oh, for Ocarina of Time?
yeah.
Ocarina, well, they don't do the opening sequence anymore, so I think it's 4 minutes because of that. But it's like a 7-minute run with the opening cutscene.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, goat time.
All right.
Woo, go percent.
So there's some RNG here. It's mostly in your control, but they can really screw you. So how sensitive they are to Epona is the RNG.
Sounds like a skill issue.
So you kind of angle them and then whoop them. If they're really sensitive, they'll go super early, and that's not great. And if they're not sensitive enough, like that guy, you can see I was right next to him, and he chose just to not go. So you can see right there, I kind of got screwed. I mean, that would normally work 9 times out of 10. Not bad. So it would have been a little better if that guy wouldn't have been annoying.
So you're 63rd in the world right
By 308?
now. Yep.
Yeah, when I got that, I was like 25th or something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's been there for. I got that in, like I said, 2018. So.
There's a new world record just a month ago.
Yep, I actually watched that live. The
Oh, wow.
the 248.01. Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. All right, so here's where the back in time Iron Boots thing comes into play. So Orden, like I mentioned, in a state later in the game, which would be after Elden Twilight, the second Twilight. So when that happens, after Epona's tamed, you can come back and get Iron Boots. Now, normally, Bo will be outside of his house, and you kind of start a cutscene. But because it's kind of a glitch state, you had to come in here and talk to him over and over. All of this text would normally be within one continuous cutscene. But once you get to, I believe, this one here, yeah. He'll give us the secret to fight the Gorons, but we won't need it because we won't go to Goron Mines. But we do need to wrestle him so we get Iron Boots.
We're gonna learn helm splitter.
What?
He's just a plan, right?
It is.
Probably if she stabs the Goron, we can fight him.
Nice.
So I kind of missed the one cycle there, but what you can do if you get a slap on him right away, you can one cycle him if you mash fast enough. He can't do a do nothing option like he did that in that first round, so we want him to step to the side here. No. So give us a dodge. So hopefully he'll just do that again. Alright. Woo! Good.
Nice.
Okay. 750. Good time, that'll be pretty decent.
Yeah, Colin, I've been asking for the mines for years, but Joe never takes it.
The children.
The children.
Oh, I got it.
Nice.
Good jump rounds.
That's true.
49.
One day.
Alright, so that's pretty much it for Orden. We're pretty much just going to go to Orden Spring and head on to the first wolf section. So you skip a lot of the intro with the gate clip and back in time. This save here is for a glitch that'll come up later. I'll talk about it when it is relevant. There's Colin.
Huh?
You're a character in this game. You didn't know? There's a character named Colin in this game.
Oh, you skipped the intro.
You didn't get introduced, I guess. Sorry. You just missed him. He had his shining moment in the run here.
He's in the credits.
Yeah, he's in the credits. He has a stupid sword and shield, and yeah, it's dumb.
It's just in, once again, Josiah hates children.
Yep, that's why I'm a teacher.
Yeah.
That's what I'll teach.
That tracks, yeah.
That's what it seems.
Oh, what would someone who hates children do? They wouldn't want to work in a job where they have power over children.
Okay. Alright, we're both now. And we have that sword and shield on our back because of getting it through back in time. That is not technically in our inventory. So if I go to my start menu right now, I don't have a sword and shield there.
Prove it.
I'm not gonna. You'll see it if I do a save warp later. You'll see the Master Sword when I get that, but you won't see a sword and shield. Or the Orden sword and shield.
Can't play Monster Hunter like that. No sword and shield.
So next few minutes is mostly just kind of movement optimization up to Zelda. After that is sword and shield skip that I mentioned earlier, which is one of the hardest in the run.
Be cool.
Monster Hunter.
I do not.
What the hell,
You
man?
have to get your 3DS modded for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
Yes, is modern.
there is a Wi-Fi one.
You have to, like, it has to be physically modded. To my memory.
There is a Wi-Fi one you can do though.
So right here, something I'll do as Wolf in certain areas is called dash canceling. So right there, I dash and then do a B attack. And then it basically gets rid of the cooldown, so I can dash right away again. Obviously, that's not fast to do everywhere, because you wouldn't be at your top speed very often, but in certain areas, like jumping off of things and different places that are slanted, it's a good movement tech. Try to... Nice, got that. So if you can jump around those rocks there to skip a minute text trigger. And then right there is a frame perfect jump. Anytime that there's on these minute jumps where there's text beforehand, you have one frame where you can jump about 1 second earlier, so I'll just mash for those.
Why does the dog not simply take his way out of
What the dog do?
What? The
Oh,
dog.
the dog.
Buddy dog. Dog on the buddy. with the blue.
Another one right there. You can skip that text. This game has a lot of one frame, 1 to 2 second time savers all over, where you can skip little text boxes and things like that by doing like jump attacks or things like that. So I'll be kind of pointing those out throughout the run. But there's a lot of those throughout the run. All right.
Jam music.
All right. So up here is where you meet Zelda, and then we're gonna head back to Orden and do Sword and Shield skip.
You already have the sword shield.
I'll talk about that in a sec. So I guess I'll talk about it now. So I have a Sword and Shield on my back. I mentioned this a little earlier. I don't have it in my inventory, and right now the game expects you in this part of the game to go back to Orden and get a Sword and Shield. The problem is, I did back in time, and that advanced Orden in a different state in the game. That's why I was getting Iron Boots done. And so, getting the Sword and Shield is actually impossible right now in Orden, and so I have to do Sword and Shield skip here. There's no way around it. It is faster anyway, so even if you could, you would still do this. But you have to no matter what. At least in 90%. So anyway, Hugo here is the Boblins name. He's going to help us do a glitch called a long jump attack, where we will jump at him when he's way up in the air and try to jump over the mid-text trigger, making us go back and get a sword and shield, and over the air trigger that pulls us into the Twilight. So I'll need some quiet for this here. He might run at me though. He isn't swinging. I'm gonna reset it. Okay. Damn it. It was 90% last night when I was practicing this, so kind of disappointing, but oh well.
That's not
Alright, second attempt here, I'll need some quiet.
Quiet.
What the heck? You know, in 2018 I got this first try.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
It's not actually. I've done this for years. I hate this one.
Move too far from them, just lose interest.
Yeah, you gotta keep them kind of at a certain. You can't get too far ahead of them.
Nice.
Woo!
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot easier for them.
Okay. Yeah, that one sucks.
So
So the thing that makes that glitch so hard is you can get it in a lot of different ways, but the timing's different depending on where he's positioned. You kind of have to know if you need to do the jump earlier or later, depending on where he is. And then there's a lot that don't work. The first two I think would have worked. I think I was late on my second A press because what you do is you hit the boblin once to kind of launch him in the air, and the second jump attack's the important one. That's the long jump attack where I'm lunging toward the enemy. So that's what's giving me the speed and height to get over the trigger. So third try is okay, I guess. Go grab health though here. One thing that's nice about any percent is you don't have to clear the first Twilight here, so we're not gonna have to get the bugs or anything here. So we'll just kind of run right through. It's kind of unfortunate in a way because this is the Twilight you could skip, and it's also the shortest, and the bugs really don't take that much longer to get. They're all like on your direct path for the most part. So it'd be nice if you could skip one of the other Twilights, but it's nice you can at least skip one of them. But we're making our way over to North Faron, where our next big glitch will be coming up. Of course, we gotta do some minute jumps. Alright. Not that you guys are being noisy right now, but I will be quiet for this glitch coming up here. So this is going to be a super jump, that it's called. We're using the minute charge attack to get a jump while we're targeting something above us. And so we're going to use the Shadow Beast here to get out of bounds. And then once we're out of bounds, we can kind of navigate around here. And jump down, and we're at the Sacred Grove, and we get the Mesh Sword.
Alright.
Alright.
You do the best puzzle.
The bus fun, yeah. Alright. So you only need to be somewhat accurate on this one, so you can play around with the last number or whatever. So we're chasing Skull Kid around here for the next few minutes. So. Ooh, I hope those rupees are in. Okay, not one of them at least. We will be collecting rupees to get for the cannon for City in the Sky later in the run. The most optimal rupee route does rely on getting some RNG rupees throughout the first sections of the run, but it's not the end of the world, but it's nice to get some rupees that are kind of right in your path and whatnot.
Is the only time you see Stalker? Or is he in the game?
He's you see him again before Temple of Time. We won't have that in this run, but yeah, you see him there because you kind of do the same thing again, except I believe those are the only two times. Yeah, the game controller can't hold up. So I hit him right on the edge there, so hopefully I'm on the ground. You can tell by where he looks. So yeah, he didn't look up, so it's a little bit faster. Wow! Meant to jump attack right away. So if you skip the cutscene, you can get the first attack right away. The second and third, though, you gotta do kind of normal or whatever. So you only want to kill one of them, just to not have any lag from like killing a bunch at the same time. Because once you kill one, it starts the timer for him to start, or for him to blow his horn after however many seconds it is. Did it really? Sorry.
No, that was your game.
No, it wasn't the game here.
Really?
No. No doorbell here. I thought I heard it too.
Okay.
Well, not worried about it. Well, actually, Colin, but can you? This is good. Okay.
Should I investigate?
Yeah, you might want to.
Get a bodyguard.
Yeah.
You can go to get my dad. That's me during my run. Oh, that's my grandpa. Doesn't even know if he has the right house. Yeah. I do need him to love
Hey man, you got some cord.
Hey,
Yeah.
okay, I need one more favor from you.
What you need?
Okay, can you go to the patio door upstairs and see if you can get the dog to come inside? Or I can text my dad actually during this cutscene.
Yeah.
I'll text him.
So we're not gonna get a funny cutscene this year.
No.
Oh, worst
Disappointing.
run ever.
Actually, is he home? Check on my Life 360. He's at church.
I thought you said you were gonna check on your wife.
He's at church. Okay. Go get a piece of bread from the fridge. And then just go outside and she won't bite. And just have her come in and then she's fine upstairs, doesn't he? Are you able to do that?
Yeah.
Everyone
Okay.
Says she
Yeah, so she will probably be just laying out there. But she needs to be inside.
So once she gets inside, give
Then
her
just,
bread.
but lock the patio door because she can open it.
Okay.
There's a little latch.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know if I trust Colin. 'Cause,
He's good with pets.
No. He forgot to close the gate that one.
That's not me. I don't remember that.
All right. While this is getting settled, getting the Master Sword early does 3 things for us: double damage, which is good, but more importantly, it allows us to transform between human and wolf right away now. So even in Twilights, we can be human Link. So and then like longer movement sections, we can be wolf. So that allows for a lot of sequence breaking and faster movement. And we can warp now. So a lot of abilities are unlocked when you get the Master Sword. And so it really helps speed up the game. He's probably going to get an entire piece of bread. I should have told him to just...
Get a whole loaf.
Loaf.
Does your dog like bread?
Well, I mean, the first thing that came to mind that would be easy to find. We technically have some treats that we use in the fridge or freezer, but I didn't want to try to explain that. Oh wait, I can't do that.
Should give them or something.
Oh, yeah, actually that could have worked too, but I don't want to do an entire hot dog.
Yeah.
That's a lot for.
Let's eat the other half.
Alright, we'll be able to hear. I really want to know how this is going. If he's up there for another minute, someone should check up.
Trust the process.
You're fine.
He might be scared because he doesn't know Colin. Or she doesn't know Colin. Usually he just, like, my grandpa usually just leaves it on the doorstep, so I'm like, why did he have to...
Probably one of those.
He just came yesterday, or 2 days ago, too, with corn.
Is he around?
He lives in, Scandinavia. So, yeah, close.
Imagine living in Scandinavia.
Are we good, Colin?
Not
Yeah,
chips.
we're good.
Did you lock the door?
I did, yes.
Okay, thank you. That's my fault.
Sometime we should play Osceola GeoGuessr.
Yeah, that was fun.
That would be cool.
Yeah, we did that 1 year.
What was that? I was thinking again.
Imagine
You don't
living in
want
Scandia.
Once upon a time, but I miss
The dark times.
You played some Twilight.
Not too much.
There's no longer a wolf.
You got
No.
The, you got the Master Sword.
So I can transform now.
Their food is good.
So even in Twilight, like I'm in right now, I can transform and be human.
Unless it's changed.
Wolf movement is faster, but it's only faster if you save 8 seconds because you have 4 seconds to transform the wolf and then 4 seconds to transform back. So I don't save 8 seconds rolling up to Forest Temple here, so it's not worth it.
Nice.
Alright, a number of glitches coming up right away here. So Forest Temple, we only need to come here for the boomerang. We don't need to beat the dungeon. So to get the boomerang, we gotta do a couple things here. So first I'm gotta make a save file here. So this is where the other save is gonna come into play. So I'm going to do back in time here again. And this one's a little bit weird. I gotta kind of jump out of bounds with on a certain frame here. It's late. Once I get this, I'm going to be doing a glitch called Back in Time Equipped. And I'll explain that when we get there. We'll load back in. As long as we get, we're good. Okay, so this is back in time again, but now we're going to do back in time equip. So I'm going to jump off and load the files. I'm just going to scream. I'm going to load a file, and this is equipped. So I'm going to load the file while voiding out and back in time. It's going to load us into the King Bolden 1 fight here. Then I'm going to reset and skip that cutscene. So those are kind of two entirely different glitches that kind of took place there. So the first thing, back in time equip, that's loading a file while voiding out and back in time. Oftentimes it crashes, but if you have certain files, they'll load you in the King Bolden 1 fight. Unfortunately, there's no other places you can warp to as of right now. So you can't, like, for instance, warp to Ganon or something. Which would be super cool. But the second thing I did, you probably don't quite even see what happened, was called early boss flags. And that's more importantly what I was doing there. So I reset and skipped the cutscene at a certain point in the cutscene, and that caused a internal boss fight value to freeze in memory that I can use to manipulate other boss fights at Eddie Dungeon. And this is usually this boss fight is usually used like if you were to, let's say you died to a boss and you went back to that boss room, it would usually not play the introductory cutscene again. It kind of set a boss flag value. And so there's certain things like that. But one thing it's used is for the number of monkeys you have in Forest Temple. And so after going through the center room up toward the broken bridge, or the soon-to-be broken bridge, I will have the first 4 monkeys to get across there right away. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that saves a lot of time. You don't have to go around and collect the other monkeys. I believe it's a 6-minute time save. Alright, Ook. Alright, how many hops are you gonna do? 2. 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, not great.
That's the least you can. Oh wow.
See, I was right.
Okay, this will be a 36 flat.
Sending me a resume. Sitting right next to you. Just show it to me. Tap me on the shoulder.
I wanted to save it for myself.
What is this indirect? Then save it. That's a button you can push.
Yeah, but I don't want people to see it.
Can you ever see this guy again after the Forest Temple?
In the credits.
Yeah, can you just be your companion through the...
Yeah, you see him obviously in the
Diababa
Diababa
fight.
fight. But then no, I don't think so after that.
It'd be funny if he was just hanging out.
Like hanging out in the Forest Temple
Yeah.
somewhere?
Yeah.
When are they gonna make a Zelda game with companion?
Oh, it is a 59 actually. Well, not that it really makes a difference, but you know.
It does, we're going for world record here.
No, we're not.
Reset.
This has actually been a good run besides third try Sword and Shield Escape. Okay. So I mentioned I don't need to do anything else here. I can leave right away. So now we have everything we need to get out of the forest early. So we're going to warp down to South Farm and get out of here. So the boomerang is the most broken item in this game. You might be familiar with the long jump attack glitch with it. So this is basically the same glitch we did with Sword and Shield Skip, except we can use the boomerang as our glitch target source. So if I throw the boomerang just normally, and then pull out my sword without moving and press A, I will just do a jump attack as long as I don't target. But if the boomerang is over a void or over ground higher than Link, you will do a long jump attack glitch, and you'll be able to cross gaps and things you normally wouldn't be able to. And so I'm going to do a little setup here. This happens to be a more precise LJA. They're not all this precise. They're all a little bit different from each other. So this one's obviously to get out of the force early here. Why am I not getting all the way down? Might have been off a little bit. Seriously. Why is it not going all the way down? Oh? This is... There's something weird here. What? Okay. I just don't understand. Every time I do this game in a marathon, things happen that never happen. I don't understand. I seriously, this is exactly how I do it every single time. I practice all the time. And with this game, it doesn't pay off. And it's flip and moon jump. It's not gonna work. Not gonna work. I seriously don't know what's going on. I don't know what to do. I feel like I can't play. This is really disappointing.
Yeah.
It's not hard, you guys. Just so you know, that is not hard to do. I don't know what was going on there. That is a more precise LJ, but it's not. Okay. Well.
You just used all your focus during our speedrun yesterday.
Yeah, I suppose, huh? But I mean, I've practiced this game way more than Undertale. Undertale's the run I practiced the least, probably. Alright, that skips a mailman sugar there. So no mailman.
Hey!
Alright, so coming up is one of the dumbest things in the run. It's called Gorge Void. And this was not done in my 2018 run, but basically it's a frame perfect jump attack in the middle of a cutscene, and if you get it, you save a minute, and you just have one shot. So what we want to do is after we kill these shadow beasts up here, there's going to be a cutscene that plays that forces us to warp back to Faron, and we want to jump attack on one frame before that cutscene starts. And I will be timing it because it's a full minute. So hopefully I get it. Let's see. That's alright. So what would have happened is I would have voided out and I wouldn't have had to warp back. And so now I gotta go and do force escape again. I really hope that I can get it first try, like 99.999% of the time. Okay. Alright, I'm not doing the setup. Apparently it just doesn't work anymore. Apparently that doesn't work either. Alright, I just want to use setup, I guess. Alright, so what you would normally do if you miss Gorge Void is you would go start Lanayru right now. But I'm going to actually go to Elden first. It's about 10 seconds slower to do this, but I get one of the hardest glitches, Rupee Roll, out of the way. So I want to do this first. Because once this is done, there aren't a lot of intense glitches for a little while. So the first, getting up to Elden Vessel is really just, you lose tons of runs. And that guy's going to screw me right now. Oh crap.
No.
So you can get the Bokoblin, it'll hit you on the trigger there, so I wasn't quite fast enough, I guess. So yeah, you'll get this.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. Alright, so what we need to do is get over to Kakariko Village. You can't fix the bridge right now because you have to beat Forest Temple and the Twilight to do that. And so to get over the bridge, we're going to do a glitch called Rupee Roll. And this is a very precise LJA where we get a rupee on the top of a fence and get the rupee text that'll freeze us on the fence. Then we can roll over and go from there. So I'll need some quiet for this. This one's pretty tough. Not over yet. Okay, that's part one. Okay. Okay, I'm glad I got that first try.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one before.
Yeah, that's probably. I didn't do that in the 2018 run. I did a slightly different route to get to Kakariko, but yeah, that one's super cool. All right. So right here, there's a invisible trigger on the ground that would start the King Bulb in one fight. We do not want that. That's there because we got Iron Boots. Normally, you wouldn't be able to go around the trigger like that because you would jump over with Epona, but since we just did, we can kind of just go around it. So what we're going to do is start Elden Twilight. We're not going to finish it right now. Given that I did Rupee Roll first instead of going to Linearu, it's fastest to start Elden, go through the first 4 bugs, and then warp back to Farm for the last time of doing Force Escape of the run, thankfully. Only one more time. And then we'll go do Linearu stuff and come back and finish Elden after that. Alright, so that's the first kind of section of intense glitches. More to come. But not too many really hard ones for a little bit. Okay. Force Escape. So. So as human, you can just click through there. So we're a human in Twilight, so normally you would be able to do that. So we're gonna get these bugs down here, and then head back to South Faron. Wow, I was gonna give up. Kind of weird you can warp out of here, but you can. One more time. I'm not doing the setup. Really? That's so far up. But once this is done, I don't have to do it again. I really do have confidence. Okay, we don't have to do that ever again.
Alright.
Okay. Alright, off to Linearu. So you normally wouldn't go through this way, but you can do a little gate clip here. That.
Alright.
Pretty simple. It's as easy as it looks. Okay. I don't know if I've ever seen her yawn as you get up like that. One thing you might be thinking, if you kind of remember past runs I've done, is I normally do a glitch called Pillar Clip right now to get into Lake Bed Temple. I sink down with the iron boots and clip up out of bounds and then go into Lake Bed Temple. There's actually a new way that we get into Lake Bed Temple now that's really, really cool. That I'll be doing a little over an hour into the run. So stay tuned for that. Which is kind of nice because it just takes away one other big glitch at the beginning of this run. So if I get lucky here, so you can get a one cycle. Okay, so now that we're at the top of Zora's Domain, we can't do linear Twilight right now because in order to do it, you need to unfreeze Zora's Domain, and that you need the meteor, and you can't get the meteor until Elden Twilight's completed. So we pretty much just get as far as we can here, and then we're gonna go finish Elden Twilight now. But now we're just finishing what we started earlier. So Elden has a lot of cool optimizations and stuff. It's definitely the most entertaining Twilight to watch. The nice thing about the newest route here is it definitely gets the Twilights out of the way as soon as possible, really, because you don't have that lake bed interruption. You just do these Twilights back to back, and then they're just out of the way and done. So that's really nice. And then after that, once we get done with Lunaru Twilight, will be all of the kind of brand new stuff that's been in the run for only the past year, maybe 2. So that'll be pretty fun.
Is it technically faster to do it this way, or is it just kind of a
Or
like not breaking up the Twilight?
like doing.
Like you were just saying, you used to have to go do lake bed or something.
That's because of the new method of getting into lake bed. So we didn't do that pillar clip glitch. So
it is faster.
So it is faster to just go right through. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So it's nice. So yeah, the first bit of this run is very punishing. I mean, Sword and Shield skip early Master Sword. You got all the Forest Temple stuff. Then you got Rupee Roll, Gorge Void. All of those are very punishing. Nice. The early jump there. Yeah. Should be pretty smooth for a little bit with the Twilights. Nothing too crazy can happen, hopefully anyway. There's RNG stuff and a few, actually one big skip coming up in a minute, but nothing too crazy. Oh, this one's pretty cool, actually. So I'm gonna do an LJA, skip a trigger of the bug that goes toward the bomb house. Bro. Head over here. I'm gonna meet the bug before it enters the house here. Kill it, and then I can enter, and the house will be blown up. There's a flag tied to that bug. If it's killed, the house is blown up. So then you can just get the tears straight away. It's kind of weird that it actually works like that because you don't interact with those bugs at all. You don't even kill them or anything. You literally go in there, burn the house, and just leave. So it's kind of weird that it's tied to that bug. It is. I suppose there's probably some reason for it, but it's kind of weird.
Get the tears where I head to that Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, they knew all about
I
it.
know.
Oh my gosh, I have 40 rupees already. 40 is what I like to be at. I got the 10 in that one bug area. I was gonna say, how do I have 40 already? 40 is what I like to be at after Lunaru Twilight, which is after this. So this is a very good rupee count that we're at. So we're pretty much set for the run at this point for rupees. Oftentimes I'll be like low 30s after Lunaru and have to get some other random ones. So it's best if you can get them throughout the Twilights because you have to wait around for the tiers, and so you'll usually have a short amount of time to maybe chop some grass or something to get a couple. But won't need to worry about that.
You got a 10 when you did the rupee roll. You always get a 10?
Oh yeah, you get a 10 there always.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. So that's kind of built into the rupee route. Yeah.
Pretty close to the mines up here.
Yeah. Unfortunately, won't be going there. We will see a little bit of the Gorons, though. We'll play with one of them in a minute, but won't do much beyond that. Mess that up a little bit. Some cool movement there you can do there if you get it right. So I get those ones' attention so that when I come back, they're hopefully in a decent spot. Wow, I thought I released that too early. That was a little weird. Okay.
Oh, was that a portal?
We'll do it this way. No.
Get on Switch.
I have. I just haven't gotten it.
Do you actually hear it yet?
It doesn't hurt you, but if you get in front of it, it'll like knock you down or whatever. You just that one I can avoid. But no damage or anything. Really, really. Well, here we go. Okay, 103. That's
That'll be good.
I don't know where it's.
Still don't.
Inscription?
Yeah.
That's the super expanded lore that doesn't actually matter. That's the outside the game. Well, not outside.
all right. So we're gonna go play with the Goron for a minute.
See everything and then dig into the
This is
extra
the only other
details.
time you'll see Death Mountain.
Doing some wrestling.
No wrestling. We're just getting the meteor here, but while we wait, so we just gotta get the big boy. So while we wait, we'll
Yeah, I've seen it. As
If
I
you
know the
listen.
whole story, I'm not interested.
Right.
you know.
So you don't make this. Because there's a Garan stuck there.
Yes. We actually will not get that bomb bag. I'll talk about that later, but that used to be a bomb bag you get in the run. That's kind of part of the new route. Because getting that bomb bag was very, very slow.
You get the gloves. I remember you doing the bomb.
Yeah. Yeah, Marfield.
Right.
Yeah, you do. That's not terrible. Let's get that in a bit. I'd say the biggest thing about Morpheal is
They
it's
deal exactly 400
fairly
damage.
easy to survive it
Freddy
if
Fazbear
you
comes
kind of
out.
know what you're doing, but doing it fast is where it tends to be a little harder. I'll obviously be a little bit safer. Alright.
'Cause it's a
Linear
it's a
Twilight.
pretty nutty card.
Once this is done, the run will very much amp up.
You have it, but you haven't
Yes.
played it yet? Yeah, I reckon you like it quite a bit. I assume you've seen like some images of it.
Yeah, some images, and that's about it.
Yeah. Eyes in the dark. PlayStation's. Nope.
Sorry, something like that. No, not wager, but there's something like this.
No, nothing with fingers in that game. The damage is tracked in teeth.
Okay.
So there's an item you can get.
Okay.
And there's some other things you can do with the damage scale.
We have next up.
What are teeth? Fingers of the mouth.
Upsetting phrasing.
Curse post of teeth are normally soft, but they
When they touch anything.
like when you would salivate, they would teeth were hardened.
Cookies.
Like a shark.
Like Donkey Kong.
Or I guess shark don't have retractable teeth. They just
Have you
the
seen
rows.
Donkey Kong? He can literally like retract his teeth. So like, and like that's made by Nintendo. Like Nintendo either wants you to have like completely no teeth, or he needs to be grinning. Like no in between.
Then there's Chunky. He's dead. Chunky's dead. If Solar Ash goes on sale before next year, I'll buy it
Ooh.
I did no after like 3 minutes. I put it on my Steam.
Yeah.
So
I refuse to buy things at full price unless they're just because I don't need to buy more stuff.
Yeah. It should go on sale again.
It was probably on sale during the summer.
Oh, it definitely was.
The next big sale will be
Winter sale.
Thanksgiving.
I've seen it go
Oh
on
yeah,
sale.
Black Friday.
Yeah.
Honestly, sometimes just pure.
Yeah, Steam has like a
And every time I've seen it on sale,
I was gonna get both.
I wish listed it after about 3 minutes.
So you're gonna get Hyper Light Breaker?
That's
That looks even better.
that's the new one.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
right?
3D.
What? Don't just get random games.
Well, you like the first one.
I haven't played the first one.
I thought you played it.
No.
You know,
Yes, I'm aware of the game.
you're considering.
I don't know anything.
Did you get the new Call of Duty?
no.
I'm getting a COD Zombie speedrun, Chris.
I could.
There's a game I'm also waiting to come out.
No,
It's by the company that made Totally Accurate. It just looks like a really cool game. Random weird trails in the sky.
That's fine.
Game that came out.
Well,
It's really amazing.
they perfected it once they hit the 3D.
Let me know what you think.
Yeah, for sure.
Hyperfixated until I 100% it.
Yeah. It is on Switch, but I would not suggest it.
Spoilers there.
It's on there.
Yeah. I was in the back of my mind thinking, I have to maybe switch to also here, but
Obviously, it's gonna be Switch 64.
This gets rid of lag
I
here.
wonder if this
Um,
game has a good speed.
Instead of having
What
it
the
out.
color?
Certain areas
It's
will
just
have
a
it above.
car with a bunch of
this gets
weird
rid of lag.
flyers.
It's like
Car with
a
very
second.
large legs.
There are certain areas where it's a little bit more, but on these it's only like a second each. Which,
Car
you know,
with weird
it's
car
quite a bit of
budget.
time, I guess.
There was car with giraffe stilts.
interesting.
It's a levels type game, so it's like they don't really. Those typically don't.
God, I am super gifted and bad. I saw
Bad game.
Wow.
What's up?
Nothing.
Getting some trash talk back
Josh
here.
just has
I'm
some
I'm
trash.
calmed down now, you guys. Just so you know.
Okay. Fallen down.
I am calm.
He said
I,
Twilight Princess is
Alright.
a bad game.
What?
I
You said it was bad game. You got bad names.
didn't know.
no, like it's.
Have you
don't
played
remember
I
through
the
play
name.
Josh?
good games like Sonic Boom.
You're just passionate.
It's Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric. God damn it, you specify. There's the other one.
It's definitely.
There's two other ones.
I guess what I will say, as far as getting this run prepared, in my old age, it is definitely.
Old age.
I'm serious. It is
One
much
game that I
more tiring to
unfortunately
do 30+
cannot
hour runs compared to what it used to be.
I didn't know how you could do it back then.
Like,
I couldn't never do it.
Like back in the day, it's like
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I could just do a 3-hour run, and like I could literally mess up an hour in and just reset like it was nothing and just start over.
Your runs back in the day were 6 hours back in high school.
Well, like back then, yeah,
Yeah.
like back at the very
So, like,
beginning.
it's
But
even
like
more.
as far as once I started kind of
That was like our whole sleepover.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But so we'll see what happens with me in this game in the future. But
The one that just
Wanted
ends
one more
with
push, I guess.
Up or down.
No. I don't know. I know nothing about it. No
I
fishes.
think I
Why'd
know
you read
about
the
that
sign?
game.
Why'd you read the sign?
That was an accident.
Nice.
RNG manipulation.
Oh, yep. Yep, it's that game. I watched a video that talked about it.
Was it a Jacob Gettler video?
Probably. I have no idea. This was months and months ago.
Oh, Link looks different.
Yeah.
He does right now.
Turned into a
Oh,
bird.
I didn't realize.
Turned
this
into a
was-
bird.
He's
carrying
with
a
the
dog.
bird. You can see him. See,
He
flash-
turned into
they
a
just
bird
published
carrying a dog.
I know. But
This
still,
is the fifth
Quantic
dragon.
developer Quantic.
You don't want to play Quantic.
We will kill a dragon in this run,
I don't want to play
actually.
it because it sucks.
Late in the run.
That's
The reviews
rude.
are mixed.
Yeah.
First review.
So right here, we don't finish the flight because if you bonk and don't continue, it'll put you on the other end of Lake Hylia, and that's right next to the
Speedrun.
final bug in Lake Hylia here before the boss bug, and that is on the opposite side of the map. So
The free board game feature.
there's a so basically there's two howl grasses that you can go to, and this is like the default one. So if you fail the flight, it'll spawn you here no matter what, I guess. So it's pretty good optimization, because I was way over there on the cannon before, or by the cannon. So I had to kind of half swim
I'll make
over.
a RPG Maker XP. Yeah, that'd be cool.
All right, Twilights are almost over, and then we'll be getting to a lot of new stuff that's really cool. But first we're gonna face this guy.
I like that one.
Bug.
Alright, so this, I'm gonna kind of have the camera like this, and it's gonna manipulate him to charge directly at me.
Performance songs.
And I'm gonna try to get a attack on him before he goes back up. I did it too late. So it would skip this little bit. It's fine.
Also, first because we had 10 minutes. We had 10 minutes.
Who wants to run on where you don't, where there's not a second stage.
There we go.
With back buttons.
And then the last hit here, I'm gonna try to bonk on his leg. There you go. And then you can skip the animation there.
Bug.
Alright. Alright, so the next section is kind of the all of the newest stuff in the run is within this next section of the run here. So it kind of revolves around our method of getting to Lakebed Temple and getting bombs. And so we're going to go to Zora's Domain. The first thing we want to do is get bombs. Important item to have.
It's Monster Hunter.
So for many, many years, the method of getting bombs was the bomb bag under here in the meteor we warped earlier with the Goron. But to get that, you had to get another bomb bag with water bombs to blow it up. So we would do a glitch with Isa to get a temporary bomb bag where we go and start her mini game. She'll give us a bomb bag to use just during the mini game, but then we uku out to a dungeon, and then we can keep that bomb bag until we save and quit. And so we can put water bombs in that, and then we can get that bomb bag. Kind of slow,
It's got some RNG.
Well, 'cause you
so
can-
we're gonna do something a little bit different.
Besides the few characters that are always available, there's only 2 available at a time, and one of them is usually new. I do enjoy it. I did a pretty
Before we do that,
so I've kind of backburnered it a bit. It was, oh boy.
Worth it?
Yeah. I like the character's nice to have.
viable for the end game content. I just chose a very poor grind to do because it's just a ton of dialogue that I don't care about. Because the bit of those characters
That's just.
ran out.
Oh, yeah.
Really. It's
Unfortunately,
like,
we
oh,
can't.
funny little forest mushroom people don't get out.
Not yet, anyway.
Rinse and repeat across like 50 episodes.
Okay, so several things are going to happen here over the next few minutes. So the first thing, I'll just need some quiet here for a few minutes. First thing we're going to do is do this Shadow Beast fight that's right by Isa. But we need to do this in a certain way so that we do it as Wolf Link. Normally you have to do this as Human Link. So we're going to talk to her to start the trigger. Then we're going to kind of manipulate the trigger here. Over here, and we're going to turn back to Wolf. And then that kind of starts the trigger. We hit the trigger still, but it didn't put us into the arena. And so we can transform to Wolf and come in here. This should never happen. This is the only Shadow Beast fight you have to do as human normally. And so now you might think, oh, just kill the Shadow Beast. The problem is we don't have Minda on her back right now. She doesn't appear on your back outside of Twilight's until after Minda's Desperate Hour. And so there's a very precise, non-intended way you've got to kill these guys here. Good. First try. That was good. Alright.
Has anyone considered getting a big hammer to hit those nails with instead?
So anyway, now it's going to bring us into this sequence as Wolf Link, which obviously shouldn't happen. And because of that, it's going to be a little bit different than when we would come here as human. And we'll actually be able to warp away. So we're going to say we're going to help. She'll give us a bomb bag like normal. We're going to warp away to Upper Zor's River again. And the sequence here didn't really finish. And so we're going to basically get that same cutscene again that we just got. Where she brings us in. And she's going to give us the bomb bag a second time. And that's actually going to give us a permanent bomb bag. So we'll be set for the run after this. So this is kind of the newest way that we get bombs now. You'll also see in my inventory a weird rupee thing there you may have seen. That's just a glitched item that'll go away after we do a saving reset. Now, we got the bomb issue done. Now we got to get into Lakebed Temple. So we don't get Zora armor in the run, which allows you to breathe underwater. So the old method obviously was Pillar Clip, where you'd sink down. We can't do that now because the water's too high. We race it up. And so we need to do a little bit of a different method here. So we're going to play a little mini game. You guys want to play a mini game?
Yes.
All right.
3.
So we're going to howl out this grass here. We're going to start this mini game.
The answer is 3.
And here, we're going to see how many points we can get. We got 3.
Right.
All right, we're doing pretty good.
And you're not going to get any more?
Oh,
Whoa.
All right.
so then we're going to warp.
I was right.
And now we're here.
I see.
I'm going to jump off again. I'm going to spawn here again. And I'm going to jump off one more time and die. Hold on here, guys. I'm going to jump off here and die. And this is going to spawn us back into Lake Hylia. But it's going to look a little different. I want you to see if you can spot the difference here when we load into Lake Hylia. Okay? So, as you can see, there is no water here.
Okay.
So when you,
That's not normal.
at this certain part of the game, if you die out of bounds in that minigame, you will, it's only at certain parts of the game that it works, but you can load a layer that has no water. Now, it's not just walk into Lakebed Temple. Now, there's a bomb boost we need to do to get in there. That's very precise. Okay. Alright, so this is here. That's not working. Sucks. Alright, so I messed up the setup somewhere. Luckily, if you die, it stays drained, so as long as I don't save and quit or anything, it'll stay in the same layer. So I'm gonna do the minigame thing again. Yeah. So it's not terrible. It's a fail. Oh, I already have it equipped. I'm just used to doing that. Go.
Nice.
Alright, Vernon.
That's cool.
Okay. So that brings us into Lake Bed Temple. What's nice about the new route now is Lake Bed can be done in a single trip. In the old route, we had to do it in 2 trips.
I'm just happy I got the minigame answer correct.
Yeah.
It looked orange this time instead of what it's supposed to be red, right?
Which one?
The title screen.
Oh.
For Zelda.
He's got the brightness up.
Just trying to empty out. the bag.
Yeah, so I'll be getting water bombs in a little bit, and I need to have no bombs in my bomb bag. Otherwise, they'll just be regular bombs when I open up the chest. So I want to have 0. Pretty soon. Whoops. Maybe I should equip that. That's.
Just leaving a trail of bombs behind you.
Of course.
Alright.
That's pretty cool. Double LJ you can do there.
Okay, too now.
Alright, so the early boss flags glitch that I did like a half hour in the run, there's actually still a flag set in memory we can use one more time, and it'll once it's used, it'll be put back down to 0. And so we're going to use that for the Deku Toad fight here, loading in from the exit that you would normally come through after the fight. The fight's kind of already started in a way because of the flag being set, so we can just look up at the ceiling and activate it. And the nice thing here in this arena is water, so you can just endlessly get rid of bombs, because normally you can only have 3 out at a time. Nice. So that one cycle there is pretty precise. You need 10 slashes, but they gotta be not too fast where you'll combo, and not too slow where you won't get them all in. You got about, I think, 7 frames of leniency there.
Alright.
So Not too bad.
Yeah, it's like this guy's good at this game or something.
Well, I didn't feel like it a little while ago, but it's going okay for the past little while.
Also, what's the need for getting rid of all the bombs?
Yeah, so that's for getting water bombs. You'll see it right here.
Oh yeah.
So I have to have no regular bombs. Otherwise, any bomb chest will just be whatever you have in that bomb bag. So I'll be getting the water bombs right here. And the water bombs are needed so we can kill Morpheal, because we'll be doing an air refill glitch using the water bombs. And so it's very important we have them.
You just wrap a fish head around a bomb. It's a water bomb now.
Yeah.
Yeah, what
Haven't
is
you
the
done that
lore of the
before?
water bomb?
I guess I don't really know. I don't know that there's other games that have water bombs for Zelda that I know of.
We have a BGDH bomb construction guide.
Well,
Can you teach
I
us
think
how to
we
make
get
bombs?
flagged by some government agency.
You make a pipe bomb.
Yeah, teach us
Can
how to
you?
make pipe bombs on stream.
Okay, so we're kind of going back through as we did before. We're gonna head to the boss now to finish Lake Bed. So we gotta do the boss key skip here. This one's pretty cool. So we're gonna kind of start it like we did earlier, the double LJ, but we're gonna just get to the railing. Might be too far right. Alright, so I'll need some quiet here. Morpheal without Zora armor. It's a toughie. So, basically what I'm going to do here is a glitch where I pull out a water bomb, and then before I pull out the bomb, I equip something over my iron boots, and the bomb will still be pulled out, and it'll cause me to swim with the water bomb, which is not normally possible. And so then when I drop the water bomb, it's kind of ground Link and kind of resurface him, and it's going to temporarily remove. Seriously, this happened in practice. So here's the glitch of this. Normally I wouldn't need to do it. Seriously? Here we go. Alright, so now that's first phase, and second phase is the actual hard phase here. So Morpheal's gonna swim randomly around, and we need to get to him and stab the eye 3 cycles. We're gonna do the first one right away because while this cutscene's playing, we're gonna be rising up in the cutscene with the bomb. We'll drop the bomb right away and get a quick hit on him, hopefully, and then get to the ground and then go back up from there. So, see how it goes here.
There's a lot of those this year.
Okay, so then I got him back down.
Should have been our
Yeah.
Firm handshake of the claw. The encompassing hug.
Alright, should we go? Yeah, we're good. Okay.
Alright. What about Amy of
And I wish
or
there would
Tales of
be another more realistic Zelda like this.
Yeah, me
With
too.
the art style.
Yeah, I love this game.
It's so cool. When he's like just stabbing. Yeah,
Something about this cutscene that's stupid. There's actually depending on where you kill Morpheal, this cutscene can be slightly within 1 to 2 seconds slower or faster. It's kind of dumb.
We
Hello?
need game theory to figure out how long it would take for this water to actually through that tiny crack.
Through that tiny crack.
Like,
And how
you
it
could easily
Where
get
does
that
the
with
where does the water actually go?
Are you going to the lake?
Yeah, this is
The
the
interesting detail is that it also continues to drain once the water level is below the crack.
But I love how the music changes too.
yeah when you're like
It's so
yeah,
good.
yeah. Okay, so we're gonna be heading to Snow Peak after this.
You're gonna see Santa Claus.
Yeah,
All right.
we will.
We're gonna beat him up.
No, we don't complete Snow Peak. We just need
Goes into
the
your
ball and chain.
But you're still snowboarding?
Yep, we'll snowboard down. Yep.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna race Santa?
No. Unfortunately, no. 33.
Couple minutes ahead of your PB there.
I'm not gonna say what my PB would
What's
be.
your
Right now.
PB? What's your PB?
Well, with this, actually, what I will say, my route PB, I guess you could say, is a 3:10:03. With this route, we are not gonna get that today.
No, we'll get like a 3:11.
We'll see. I'll have a better idea after Arbiter's Grounds, kind of where we're at here. Yeah, pretty trashy beginning, but we've had a good last little while. Besides missing the early lake beds, so it's been good for a while. I was glad I got Rupee Roll first try. That was kind of unexpected a little bit.
Hi, the president is back in China.
Ah, hello.
Says Link seems like a menace to the environment. Hurting dragons, hurting slugs.
Hyrule's ecosystem is just going downhill, honestly. Because of this guy. On his endless lust for rupees. And, I don't know, things.
And he's only gotten 43.
That's all I need. I'll be getting lots of them in Snow Peak.
Shitty capitalist is even worse than a good capitalist.
Oh, I probably should talk about my movement there. Dash canceling through castle towns have been faster because you lose your dash speed super quickly here, so it's faster to actually just continuously dash cancel.
Dash canceling through the sea.
So after Minutes Desperate Hour here, we'll head to Snow Peak. Shortly after that. Yeah? Sounds like they were doing well. Ooh. I mean, I guess in preseason it doesn't matter because the corners all suck. So.
It's still fun.
But it's still, yeah. It's a confidence builder. They can never get wrong. I guess they want to. But yeah, the Packers off season been much less dramatic. You know how one man can do that. He's
You're in
like
the Force Temple?
in Egypt or something. Did you hear about that? Like he
No.
missed well, I guess the Jets organization did that. He like missed a few days of mandatory minicamp because of something in Egypt or something. I mean, I do want him to have like it'd be cool to see him get one more ring with That's
Dune
You watch the Pet McAfee show?
No, but I've seen
He's pretty entertaining, but here, he's on there. I do watch those interviews. They're pretty entertaining sometimes. Sometimes it's a little like. Yeah. It's a football show.
it.
What's that? Oh, that fine. Yeah, so right there, you gotta kill that guy, because he'll shoot you. So you normally take a rope across, you can jump across there. Still haven't fixed the issue of the enemy music. Interrupting the. Well, no, it is. It's just everyone complains that they just want the medicinal to just play no matter what, and not the enemy music. There's a little cycle here that I can try to get. That's about 7 seconds. With the bridge at the end of this section here. So I have good enough movement. See. So that saves, I think, 7 or 8 seconds. Waiting for it to. Alright. Okay, so now we gotta go learn Ending Blow, and then it's off to Snow Peak.
Oh, and the home splitter.
And the Home Splitter. Yeah.
You don't need that other move you use on Hannah. Where you kind of like roll.
Oh, no. Ending Blow is the only thing, only needed for Ganon at the end, final attack. Otherwise, you wouldn't need it at all, actually. So. That's unfortunate. You can't skip it, but you gotta get it. So you normally can only get the Ending Blow in Foreign Woods. So it's actually going to spawn us here, but we're just going to warp away right away here. Because you don't normally howl at a Howlstone to get the Ending Blow. The Golden Wolf's just there before you go to Forest Temple normally. And so you just get it there. The other Golden Wolves, you can technically get them in any order, theoretically. Okay, off to Snow Peak. So to get to Snow Peak, normally you need to get the Reekfish scent. We're not going to do that because we have a glitch called Map Glitch that we can do. Right at the start here. This is the problem I've been having with this dumb D-pad.
So what did you just do?
Alright, so what I did was I unplugged the controller and held map and Z. And so when I plugged it back in, it did both those inputs on the same frame. And so what that does, from there, I can warp somewhere from the map. And then when I come out, it'll still deliver the Z input, and that'll bring Midna up, and that'll cancel the warp from happening. And so that's called map glitch. It disables loading zones because you're kind of in a state where you'd be if you were about to warp somewhere. So all loading zones are disabled, so that includes the normal void out trigger you would have when climbing Snow Peak early. So we're able to get all the way up here without much trouble. One thing that's very fortunate and is the only reason that this can actually work in the end is obviously loading zones are disabled right now, so if we were to try to continue through the crawl space or little dig spot we gotta go into, it would soft lock because it's disabled right now. But up ahead here in just a sec, there's a Hellstone. Really? I just assumed it would work when I looked down for a second. There is a Hellstone, and those types of loading zones are a little bit different, and they still work. And so we can actually go and start the Hellstone song, leave, and then it'll set up the area. Whoops. Wrong song. What? I swear I've played this game before. Oh
You haven't even played this game before.
my gosh. So anyway, we're gonna come in here and then just leave right away, so we don't have to actually howl. But that'll reset the area. We'll be past the void out trigger now, and we can continue on. So if that wasn't there, this would actually, unfortunately, not work. So it's good thing it's there.
Have you ever soft locked?
I don't think I've ever forgotten to howl there in a run. I can remember. I'm sure it's happened to people. But, I mean, it kind of just becomes muscle memory. Like, I feel like it's more likely for me to, like, in a glitchless run, go and howl there when I don't need to or something.
Yeah.
Because I just have that ingrained. Alright, right here, we're going to do an LJA off the side of the cliff here. And this will hit a cutscene trigger, hopefully, of the Yeto. Yep, we got it. So that saves us from having to do the Shadow Beast fight. But because we didn't do the Shadow Beast fight, it's still foggy, so we gotta go down Snow Peak here, kind of somewhat blind with the snowboard.
Santa has a big.
He does. So a little bit faster when you're in the air. It's not a huge difference, but it does save time if you're able to be in the air. Alright, come up as the shortcut up here. A little visual cue I look after this. For the jumps here. Alright, so once again, we come to Snow Peak to just get Ball and Chain. and then leave. So you kind of ball and chain's another one of those items that's only needed for one thing, and that is one phase of Zant. So you kind of spend 10 minutes getting through Snow Peak to the ball and chain, and you only need it one time technically. It does save time, and plenty of other spots will use it, but it'd be nice to skip. So you've seen this little part before, but Snow Peak actually has a bit of a new route as well. This first part you've seen. So we can LJ over, claw shot through this. And then we're actually able to skip the key now that we would normally get and click to that floor. And so there's normally a key that we would have gotten in the past, but there's a new glitch that was recently found with this ladder here. So I'll explain it after. So this first one's frame perfect. Okay. Alright, so he normally constantly will try to freeze you, but the first one, what you're kind of doing is dropping off. You're dropping off so that he kind of thinks that you've fallen, so he'll stop the freezing you. And the first one is frame perfect, and the second one you have like a half-second window. Unfortunately, you can't just walk up right away because they'll start blowing again, so you can't just do it on that first time you drop. So you kind of have to do the same thing twice while you're climbing up the ladder for both those drops there. And then you come to Dark Hammer here. And I skipped past that freezer as well, getting to Dark Hammer. I saw that. This, But yeah, getting into the mini-boss fight, kind of just use the invincibility frames to kind of clip behind the freezer and then open the door from behind.
Where is the bond?
Guys, I can't remember what to do next. I'm really struggling. The rest of the run's blanking on me right now. Oh, okay, there we go. All right. So before we leave Snow Peak, there are 2 100 rupees we're gonna get. That'll get us much closer to 300 that we need to be at.
We need to get the magic armor.
Yeah, that's right. And then there's, at the entrance here, there's one other 100 rupee. You can skip the rupees. You've seen me kind of side hopping over them. If you get rupees in the air, you skip the text. So I kind of messed it up there. Anyway, that's it for Snow Peak. We're going to head to Arbiter's Grounds next. Head over to Lake Hylia. Start that. So, once we kind of get in Arbiter's Grounds, it's pretty much all dungeon content for the rest of the run here. We have Arbiters, City in the Sky, Palace of Twilight, and then Hyrule Castle. Kind of all pretty much back to back with not too much in between. So, kind of a nice contrast in the runs where the first half up through, I guess, Snow Peak, I guess you could say Morphfield, is really, really big glitch heavy. There's still lots of big glitches in the second half, but it's more dungeon focused for sure. But the first half is definitely the probably more challenging half, just as far as glitches are concerned. Longest ladder in the game.
Probably not as long as the elevator.
Yeah, it's already been 10 seconds.
Has it?
I bet this is longer than the Undertale.
I'll have to check in post.
It's probably close. That's too far. So that tiny movement is so it's impossible for him to see the transform there. Alright, so while we run across the desert here, it is, I mentioned earlier, it's faster to sometimes have the camera like this. It saves actually 4 seconds crossing the desert, which is quite a bit of time for something pretty simple to do. Crossing the desert here, it's pretty laggy. One of the bigger areas in the game here. So we can skip getting one of the pig things because we got ball and chain. So one thing, ball and chain would normally not be in this upcoming dungeon Harvest Grounds. Something would come after this dungeon. So ball and chain not required for this dungeon, obviously, because you should have it, but it does speed up this dungeon quite a bit. Map glitch one more time.
So this is the same thing as earlier for map glitch, so disabling the loading zones here.
A little bit different this time. Alright, so we're gonna get out of bounds. Seriously, this is another thing that's been happening in my target. So we're gonna get out of bounds here. And then I'm gonna here attack. Should be good. So then we'll hit the trigger for King Boblin from below. Timing is good. No one can take a hit like this guy. Da-da-da-da-da. Yeah. What does he do? Well, he sets it on fire. That's how he did that. And this fire is actually harmless. You can go up to it. It doesn't damage you. It does not burn the place down or anything like that. Alright, Arbiter's Grounds is a pretty cool dungeon nowadays. It's a little more fast-paced than it used to be. There are 2 glitches in here that I won't do, that current runs would do, being both the mini-boss and the boss you can skip now. Combined that would be 2.5 minutes, but they're some of the hardest of all the glitches in the run, and really only top-tier runners go for it.
That means you're going for it, right?
No, no. I wish, but I don't have the time to. So I wanted to roll over there, but at least we were able to save it at least. Instead of drowning in the sand. So Wolfling can you can constantly hop in sand and never drown or whatever. So that's kind of nice. So if you just press B through it, you'll always be good. I don't think that's probably intended, but it is a thing.
So is that four stuff?
Just wait, you'll see. Ooh, there's 4 posts we need to get.
4 forest.
Wait, that's another connection. So yeah, kind of like another forest temple, huh? However, we are skipping the first pope because there's a way to skip it. The game only checks for the 2, 3, and 4th pope. So we don't need to get the first.
Why does it check for 2, 3, and 4?
That's just how it. Well, there's normally no way to really skip the first pope, because you normally have to kill it, get the scent, and then you can kind of progress. But we're gonna do a little jump here that's not intended here. This one's pretty cool. Hopefully, please. Yeah. Seriously, I've never had a third one. It's just nice. My brother's. Hey. I've never had a third one in this area. I've always just had 2. Killed 2, didn't I? That one had
Unless you'd hit it and it didn't do enough, because you turned your back on the second one.
Oh, that must be what happened.
It could have survived.
Yeah, that one just took 1 hit, so I must have. I was gonna say, like, there's not. So, whoopsies. So that gets us over here. Normally you can't get here yet, and that skips getting the first Poe. And it also allows us to take a much faster path through the Poe area. We can get the 4th Poe here first, and then kind of open up a path that'll be faster to get to the 3rd Poe. So not only does it skip a Poe, it makes it much faster to get the other 3.
Reverse order?
Not quite reverse order. It'll be Poe 4, 2, and then 3. I'll explain kind of why that is in a Brother's been doing this stupid wanting to wrestle thing. Like, he doesn't randomly like try to pick him up. It's stupid. So, not all the poses are going to do that split thing. That's because this is the last one, so it kind of is harder, I guess. I don't know. But, another thing, you normally get the pose sent from the first pose, obviously, but thankfully you can get it from any of them, and you need the pose sent to get to the second pose for sure. So that is very important. And so now we're going to take this little path here and jump over here and open up this path. This is going to allow us to go backwards to the third pole later. We need a key to go backwards till we get to the third pole, though. So we're going to go to the second pole first, get a key on the way, and then come back. And by going backwards to the third pole, we'll be able to skip several rooms. And it'll be a much easier room, so I'll get to that when we get there. So this little dirt spot here is normally where the scent would take you after getting it, and you can't dig it out until you have the scent, which is a little weird. But you normally, like, no player would really go and try to dig there with how you kind of go through the dungeon with that pole being right in your face. Most people would realize you need to kill the puppet. So the key that we got by that redead, normally you would use it to progress through the door. Like if you go up here and then turn around, there's a door there, and then there's another door you unlock eventually. We're going to be using it in the incorrect door, so we're coming back here where we did pull one skip. We're going to come up to these broken stairs here and come up here. This is back into the main room, but from the top area. And this door over here is a locked door. And somehow you can unlock it from the opposite side with the key. And this allows us to just go straight to the third pole room. So right over here is the third pole room. You skip several rooms that are annoying. And this room is also really, really annoying from the front side, but from the back side, it's not quite as bad. Because the redeads will only see you. The redeads will only see you if they're facing you. So they're kind of already, they're lined up to look at where you would normally enter or whatever.
Did they re-die?
Okay. That's what fun with. Don't spend it all in one place.
Okay, so that's all the pose we need.
Favorite rupee color? I like the blues. It can be a common drop, you know? Like, yeah, a little bit better than a green.
What do you think the most rare rupee color is?
It's a big gold, isn't it? It was worth like 300, 3,000 or something. I think there's only ever been like one or two, and they were in like Wind Waker, I think.
I feel like just like cutting grass, you see greens, blues, and like reds. But like
Purples sometimes.
the yellow, I feel like you never see.
Yellows are fairly common in this game.
Okay.
But this game, let's see, yeah, you green, blue, yellow, red, purple would be 50, orange for 100, and then silver for 200 is the biggest in this game. No. Right there, you clip around there to get to the boss key.
Oh god, this wiki page goes by. This wiki page goes by game.
Well, they do like kind of change in how much they are sometimes in certain games.
Yeah. Link's Awakening has up to the gold rupee, which is worth 300.
Hey, with this one?
Yeah, we're headed there right now. Yeah.
Not really.
No, yeah, because we can skip. Well, we can skip Style Lord in both categories, but in this category, you can skip Style Lord still, but you need to spend it in some other areas.
Okay.
The Oracle games had the big red rupee, which was worth 200.
So this is a pretty cool strat here. So I left a bomb over by that first guy. And then it'll explode them while I'm heading toward the gate here, and then I'm going to continue on right away.
Yeah. Windmaker.
I don't know that Windigo had anything bigger than orange.
It had the silver for 200.
Oh, it did have silver too. Okay.
Finish
Can't remember
Cat
what
had big red at 200.
I forgot about this.
Yeah, this guy's really cool. So you can actually skip this. Whoops. You can skip this boss fight, but you only can skip the second half of the fight after you do this personal wolf section. And you skip it by doing basically the same glitch as early Master Sword, where I did the thing with the minute charge, but it's much more precise, and it only saves about 30 seconds. So, really, seriously? Oh, that was.
Yeah, if we're talking rarest rupee, it's probably the yellows. Because they only appear in Twilight Princess.
The rarest rupees are not creative time. With the diving minigame.
So yeah, right there, you can just stun lock him. Just
Is it?
do the first 3 hits of the combo, and don't finish the combo, and he won't go away.
It's like a 200.
Zelda or
Gold, yeah, I'm saying, but gold rupees, which is what have appeared in numerous games.
In the Swift Temple.
But the yellow,
Oh, yeah.
yes,
They're just like
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
bonus things.
like all the
Yeah.
DES games. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fairly common.
Yeah.
Fairly common in that way, but yellow rupees only appear.
Yeah.
And then they're probably the rarest you can get out of even grass. But they're small enough, you probably don't really get them out of chests.
You got a Beyblade.
I did.
It's Beyblade.
Let it rip, baby.
They used these babies back in the day to part the Red Sea. You think Moses was an El Drago kind of man?
Yeah, I can see it. Oops. That's my brother's car, everybody. It sucks. It like vibrates my whole room because it's kind of by the garage.
Yeah, no, your dad wanted me to park my bike next to his vehicle instead of.
You would say that. I can't wait to tell him about my grandpa knocking on the door.
No.
He's never like knocked. Like there's a million times he's come with sweet corn,
Bully.
and he just leaves it on the doorstep.
Yeah, no, I opened up the door. He's like, "Do I have the right house?" Probably.
That guy.
Connor, you can
Elspeth.
bike back in the dark.
What?
You can bike back in the dark.
Helix or whatever.
I got a headlight.
I was gonna say.
Right?
It's also nice. I got a turn
This is
signal.
a Snick's born.
How dare you?
Oh, that's
I do.
pretty cool.
I still find that hilarious. The only thing I know about him is like Elspeth comes with away. So fulfill his destiny. It's like, what? You can just do that?
He lost his spark.
Yeah, he did. That doesn't mean anything anymore.
Consistently failed at
He's
Not
honest.
appropriate.
What?
That's
the
why you did it.
fate goddess start existing after Xenagos, or was she like always there?
I
but
think
just not?
she did.
Well, sorry,
but was,
sorry,
like,
she's not
dormant.
even. Wait, sorry. No, she's not even the Fate Goddess, because Krufix is the Fate.
Risings.
I thought that was synonymous to Fate.
No, prefix is knowledge.
Okay. Like. Okay.
Alright.
Like knowledge beyond.
Styler is pretty cool fight.
Is it the hunter guy? Krufix color?
No. Calyx?
Yeah.
Calyx is green light. And that's Carametra.
Fucky. Real fucky.
Yeah, the big skeleton.
God it. But
Alright, first hit's free, second and third are a little bit more annoying here, depending on where the tensions lie. I almost had a path there. I thought I was going to get it.
Oops.
Elbow? Almost got hit by the elbow, but that's... Weird camera.
Sort of like.
I kind of reacted. I kind of realized late that I may have had an opportunity, and then I lost all my speed before I. Yeah, so you can recoil off there.
Yeah. It's a peak design.
I love that.
Alright, second phase will be over very fast if I get the cool trick where you can take down Stellar quick. We'll see if I get it. But I gotta do some teabagging before then.
Yeah, teabagging.
We need game theory on this, but he's unfortunately retired.
Where did he even go?
Anyone watching Matt Pat's channel lately since he's retired? I haven't watched his channel in like 5 years, so.
I watched GC Live
Because he's doing that still, isn't he?
Yeah, he's still doing.
Because I did watch his like retirement
No.
video, or at least part of it, where he talked about it.
His actual game theorist videos done by a different guy.
I actually did click on one just because I was curious. But I didn't watch the whole
I think the latest game theory was a couple weeks ago when I was talking about boiled.
They're full.
Alright, right here there's a really cool thing here. Wow. Okay. Okay, so you can knock him down early.
It's like
Alright. So yeah, the first thing, he kind of is sort of close to you, and then he kind of floats away really fast. So you can kind of, if you roll and get on your spinner at a certain time, you can knock him down before he flies up, and don't have to go back and forth. And then you can just good with quick spins.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, now you're done with the Forest Temple.
Done with the Forest Temple. Yep. So we got City of the Sky, Palace of Twilight, and Hyrule Castle.
3 more dungeons.
3 more.
Yeah.
So they go back pretty quick.
Yeah, 20 minutes per dungeon.
no one.
It'll be, yeah, it should be about.
I'm not sure how they do it.
Especially if you got that one.
Zoom
They've got some hidden backstory. Too.
Only in that little dungeon room, though. You can't do it. Unfortunately, it's not that top speed everywhere.
What?
So that, yeah, like it's different speeds in different areas. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like hours. But it also like
You need a bomb
So just
counter.
put it up there.
Yeah. You can have 3.
so it's all about like
4 or 5.
There's no a Gerudo.
yeah, it's very cool.
Okay, alright.
Here's a
But no. So, cool thing here. So you're supposed to take the spinner up that thing and get the mirror chamber out. But if you zoom in, it'll still let you warp. Normally, Minna will kind of stop you from warping because you need to go up there, but for some reason they missed that if you zoom in and press Z to open the portals, it'll still work. But the one thing now is that we have to do that for the rest of the run. So every time I warp, I'll have to press A to zoom in and then press Z. Not that it's that much slower, but
I should tell you to go.
yeah, otherwise she will still tell us.
To my
Yeah,
knowledge,
maybe I'll show it off
to my knowledge,
later.
because there's a.
So to get to City in the Sky, we got to do the biggest sequence break in the game, and it's a pretty simple one, but it saves over an hour. It was a pretty early find in the game. So this statue here has the cannon behind it that gets to the sky. If you just transform with the angle there, you can clip right through.
That skips the whole temple time.
Yeah, that skips. Temple of Time. It skips the Skybook quest to get to City in the Sky. It skips the second half of Snow Peak as well because you don't have to beat it. So that skips a lot. And the nice thing is when we get after City in the Sky, you go to the mirror chamber and you go to the Palace of Twilight. The mirror chamber will only check for the last piece of the mirror. And it'll count as all of them. So City in the Sky is the last one you get. So
The bigger problem.
We just need
So
that
the
one.
bigger problem is the more.
too far again? Oh wow, that was not too far. Barely.
Gets in the whole and it spawns. It's actually a plot point in the first chapter, prologue or whatever. You need to get a bunch of people that are trapped to safety, but they don't have it. Ether resistance, so they keep the only way to escape from it. Your first thing is to train.
How many days is
Run through fails.
Like a week.
So you're like, okay, well,
Oh, the count.
if we go kill
Oh, I suppose it was going night.
the big
So maybe like
5
days.
we can go do that hollow shrinks.
City in the Sky is definitely one of the coolest dungeons, though. Got a lot of the really cool movement.
It's a
if
very,
it goes
it's
well.
a very neat setting.
That's not one where you
Fun
gotta
game, and
bounce
the
between
problem
that
is that it's
three.
gotcha. And the
Yeah, we should get bombs actually. Yeah.
Played
I technically have enough bombs for the rest of the run. But
I hate
yeah,
this.
there's this. But I'm gonna get some safety bombs.
Sorry, I just turn over and see
the shitty little chicken thing.
Hey, there's way less Uku in this run compared to past runs because of the new Lakebed stuff.
Yeah, I don't have to work.
You
We all
don't-
know
you don't-
Joe's a staunch Uku lover.
We're not the worst.
What is the
Smash or
worst?
pass on the
Yeah, Joe, answer.
What? What was your question?
Yes or no, Joe?
You're gonna tell me the question.
Smash
Yes or no,
pass.
Joe? No. Yes or no? Yes or no? Go with your gut.
Gut.
Alright.
Gut. Inside. Smash.
Yep.
Also, if they're
Joe,
not the
Smash.
worst,
Wait a minute,
what?
is it Smash or Pass for the Ukus?
Yes.
Yep, you already answered though.
Oh,
And you said smash.
dang.
Also, if Ukus aren't the worst, what is the worst?
In this game, Ilya.
Really hated it.
What's that?
Oh, I mean, she's kind of annoying. And like,
It's not Zelda.
okay, it's kind of part of it, but but she's very rude sometimes. Like, it's just annoying. Like, there's like the beginning when like Link is on Epona after hurting goats, and she like freaks out at him because she's like a little injured or something. Like, he's just reckless. That's annoying.
And Joe hates children.
And there's the freaky cutscene of her floating down with a million others. That's a weird cutscene. If you don't
This
know
just in, Joe's a scared little baby man.
Afraid of children.
All right, so
He hates them. He's afraid of children. We're running out of things to feel about kids. And the other ones aren't good.
How close do you think this one would be if you couldn't do that at JX?
oh, it'd be probably half hour. Slower. Alright, right here, we're gonna open this as wolf from about as far back as possible. And there's a fan at the top of the room that won't activate
Fix that.
if you're far away as wolf. So we can get to the boss key much quicker later on now.
Must use pinch or intention knees kicking.
Yeah.
So here's where you
Why
still
don't
need
you
the
start spinning
spinner.
that smaller gear for the big gear?
Sure.
You
This
your
metal
connection to
gear?
the big gear first.
Dude, this whole city's like an armored core.
Oh my god, you're right. But is it customizable?
Yeah, see,
Yeah,
they got
everybody,
attachments,
looks like
you
a
know.
gym.
I've done my
Yeah.
a little bit. Never really have had any finds. I found like things in the moon jump runs a lot, like different
Oh, yeah,
strides
yeah.
there, but I was the only one really looking for stuff for a while.
None. I already know every game. Huh? What game? Oh, Horizon Zero.
Zero Dawn.
Yeah, I have the first one and I played it a
Funny
bit,
if
and then I
you
got
ever,
busy.
like, fell out. It wouldn't
I
bug
think
you
I
out. You
uninstalled
just
it,
fall
so I
right
realized I
back
wasn't.
down.
Like Hylia? Oh, that would
It's cool.
I have to take the cannon
It's
back
cool, but
down.
it is very
That'd be horrible.
of its time with
Missing
open world
LJ.
games.
Yeah.
It's like go find the big
Uh,
tower, climb it, sub objectives, did it.
So that skips a cutscene there. You kind of get blown with the wind. Little
Yeah, I
cutscene
mean,
that you
fair.
skip.
I won't deny that Breath of the Wild is very similar to other, open world games. I mean, it doesn't. The one thing it doesn't have is it doesn't stick all the activities on your map.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're just chasing mini map points.
Yes.
And then again, it's like, oh, you're looking for shrines. You mark them all with pings and run towards those.
Yeah. That's
I mean, if we want to
Plus,
be,
I got them on
if we want to be honest, Wild, if it wasn't a Zelda game,
apps.
Hot takes back then.
I agree.
I think it's still a perfectly, good game. But I think a lot of less people would have been willing to give it a try if it wasn't a Zelda game. Because then it would have just been open world number 2,546.
Still is open world 2,546.
Joe just doesn't like it because you have to use real skills to cheat in it.
There's a ton of good glitches in
Honestly.
there. Yeah, the bombs boost things.
Joe doesn't like it because he can't play it as easily on a CRT.
You know what happens.
You guys ever see the comparisons of pixel art on CRTs?
Yeah, a
It
couple.
looks so much better.
To be honest, I probably just my eye for detail not being great. I'm like, these look pretty much the same.
I've not really noticed a lot of differences either, but I'm sure some of that's.
Ha! Yeah, cells. Is it a rod cell? It's a cell. Effect. Yes. It's cool that they named the body for it.
They can do
So-
Yeah.
Dragon Division. Still waiting for the next episode.
I don't know, it's just bomb counter.
That was not fair because like the door doesn't let you walk in right away.
One good one. Yeah, that's fair. There's only. There's one. There's only one. I
Imagine
think.
the water temple in
yeah,
Ocarina
I
of
think
Time.
I've seen
The Iron Boots, you can
two,
just
maybe,
click on
but I
them.
really
Yeah.
can't remember.
I wish you could.
I guess on the 3DS.
3DS.
That's a feature in randomizer.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Turn on the
With the
D-pad.
with the D-pad, you can toggle the boots, and it has the ocarina and D-pad down,
Dude.
so you don't
Phone
have to.
isekai?
It's game changer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really
Yeah,
nice.
sorry, cell phone.
All right, cool skip coming
I
up.
wonder, have I unsubscribed from them? I might have because
They're
they,
out of it.
they were posting a bunch of content.
He's a
All right.
All right, so a little setup I can do here, and then I can claw shot.
Oh, I am still subscribed. It's been a year since. Which means it may have been more than a year. It's been at least.
Easy.
Easy every time.
Nice.
Dead.
So
Alright.
my save spawn here is going to be different than it normally would be at the if I save warped here. Because I did that cutscene skip earlier, it doesn't want you to be able to skip the cutscenes. So since I didn't watch it, it's going to still put me here. So that if I were to like save and quit before watching the cutscene at this point in the dungeon, you wouldn't be able to like kind of skip it and do things out of order. So it's kind of a weird save spawn placement there. Which happens to be a bit faster. We don't have to worry about the cutscene trigger on the second time through though. Alright, so this is where I'll get the boss key early. This is a pretty cool skip as well.
For you, my friend.
Was under your butt. That only people who spend too much time playing video games.
So this fan would normally be going right now. I'm gonna come up here and I'm gonna do a cool thing. Hopefully. Come up here and then hopefully I'll be able to claw
Keeps
shot.
going forever. That'll be
all the way
the
out.
first time I watched.
Yep, very good.
I don't even remember what it's called.
And you go all the way up. And that's just the only boss key.
Oh wait.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think that's
No, let me kill him.
No, so Gun
Wait,
Hill
no, so
is
that's-
Gun Hill is part of seasons.
I didn't want you to have
Okay.
There is the Gun Gale spin-off series.
Yes, I've heard it's better.
That's not a boss.
I never know.
Yeah, it's not a boss.
It's better than
It's a big
SAO,
key, whatever.
which is comparable.
Bro.
It's
Not-
not. It's.
That's the best it can.
Should be
I'm not saying it's good. I'm
Ooh,
saying
risky.
it's better than the.
fine. Well, I'll get some help.
No, it's the actual continuation of the story, which is like someone died.
Alright, for this,
Slower, so you're
if you clutch on the top, you can climb up on them.
world at some point they like get the consciousness. It's like got phone.
I'm gonna be honest.
Dare you, Jason?
No. I'm gonna be honest. At what point? At what point do they ever?
A girl shoots herself in the don't really
I got this.
I
want
don't.
to expand it.
Use. Just immediately start crying.
How did you figure it out? Really? Stairs? What? Once my character goes. I can that's it.
Alright. You can get that quick cycle you saw I kind of went for. So there's a little time, but
Feels like Link's life would be a lot easier if he carried a pair of bolt cutters around.
Seems like it'd be a lot easier if you just stopped trying to help people.
At least
You should just stay at
To be honest, like, would the world be that bad under Ganondorf?
It's pretty cool. Midoriyas.
Good. That's a compelling argument.
Sky.
Who would you rather listen to? A guy who goes, yeah? Or a guy who goes, booyah?
It's got a point.
Kind of scenario again.
yeah.
It's pretty cool.
What if that's because people tried to
That
resist
people
his
are-
lawful rule, though?
Alright,
Pretty cool.
alright, something here, cool.
Maybe there was just a plan.
You don't know what was his.
Like,
Alright, so what I'm gonna try to do here is claw shot back up on the pillar and get him before he flies away.
Nice.
So yeah,
Alright.
that takes about 30 seconds. Otherwise, he'll fly around again. The second phase, a little cutscene here. There's 3 cycles, and you have to like claw shot around normally. We're gonna try to kind of skip the flames that he normally would blow at you. I'll get to that when we get there.
naked.
Okay,
It's a
do they call it
nudist.
naked if it's wearing its scales?
Well, so no,
You're
no,
wearing
it was
all your-
wearing clothes. Yes, and it's now only got its. It
flesh.
was wearing clothes, and now it's not.
That's
Like, are you like if you can remove all of its scales and it doesn't die, then okay, it's still clothed. Colin, if you only demonstrate this point, allow me to peel you. Yes. Let's. Yes.
That's
When you remove your outer shell, you still have skin. Therefore, you're clothed.
right.
I'll wash it and give it right back. Don't you want the inside of your skin to get washed? It's been so long.
Alright, so I let the myself sink down with the iron boots a little bit there, and that makes it so the game thinks I fell. And so he stops blowing his flame, and then I can get around and get him. So we're going to do that same thing a second time because he does the same thing on the second cycle. The third cycle, we have to do something a little bit different there. Same general concept here.
Boss has 5 cycles. What? Not 5 cycles.
Good to attack. Big blow.
For the third cycle, he starts in one direction and then changes directions. And so we can't skip both flames, but we can skip the second one. And so we're gonna come up here and once he starts, we're gonna go over a few key heads here. And then sync down with the air boots there, and then you can get on him and skip the second flame. Let's stay in the sky.
Nice.
Yes, you
Keep on killing
There's another
dragons.
dragon.
today.
Yeah, another dragon. Totally would kill a dragon.
I'm
in this room.
advocating for dragon protection.
Alright,
You
just
killed it
Palace
already,
and
didn't
Pyro left.
Dragon Preservation
Oh,
Society.
technically that's not a dragon.
What? I'm just trying to think about how long.
Well, after the first
That
hour, this one hasn't been so bad.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying
I
to
just wish the first hour
Were you
wasn't
saying
been so
that's not a
horrible.
dragon?
It was,
Yeah.
oh.
Are you being
Oh, yeah.
nitpicky and calling
This was
it a library?
dark
So you got another hour to go?
No, no,
I mean,
no.
half the time it was a Mountain
No, no,
Dew.
no.
Yeah,
Or it was a
Well,
Call of Duty.
Or hate.
Well, oh,
40
Benbow,
minutes.
Benbow, at least. Yeah, oh, is that what you're talking about?
No.
Oh.
Drink
Do you
tea.
remember
No, no, no.
It'd be another
classic
40 minutes.
code red?
I
You
never
got
had
another
it.
40
Okay.
minutes in you, Joe?
That stuff was literally
Yeah.
crack
Yeah.
when you were.
And then you got a 15-minute break, and then you're running again.
Benbow will be a little different feel.
Oh
I
god,
think.
air. Holy
Yeah, you
shit.
rage
And then there's
the
the
entire
one
time.
before.
That doesn't even
See
look
that?
right
See
anymore.
that?
The old can design.
We
Don't
had
even
some
look
bona
right.
fide
I like it.
heroes.
I
Yeah.
never drank Mountain Dew.
I don't like
It's
carbonation.
this hint in the name. That's it.
Bone.
Just caffeine.
Yeah, you're on the right
Just
track.
Dude, that's got fucking like that's the can they put the rat in. Hell yeah. I remember what's her face showing us the melting a rat in Mountain Dew video, and I'm like, cool. Believe it or not, my insides aren't soaked in Mountain Dew
What he's
for
talking about.
2 weeks straight.
What's
Imagine how
has come
clean the
up.
insides are. Was that? I don't remember her name, so sure.
Sorry, was that the health?
Yes. Yes. I think that was her name.
She like randomly saw AJ and I got lunch one time. And
Don't remember her name.
she like
Don't
happened to be
care.
like in her
Dislike
car
her
like
because she never
parked
shut
on
up
the
about her
street
shit.
in town. And
So
both
also
of us
wasn't a very
like,
good teacher. We've
Look
had
at
this
this
conversation.
mentorship happening.
We've had this conversation. I recall.
Did I ever tell you about the
Yeah.
fact that I
Sister
emailed
once saw
her
her
because
at
of
Walmart
something she said that
trying
was
to,
Yes.
like, veer
Yes.
her attention
Yeah,
away
we
from her. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we've had the
She's-
exact conversation.
Yes, we have.
Yeah, like I really don't have much against her.
I think the only
This gets off topic.
Loud personality.
Yeah, really loud,
Rats.
energetic.
The rats.
Oh,
the rats are lush.
extrovert.
I remember when I had to
I gotta sneeze.
take apart a rat for the anatomy and physiology class.
I remember trying to do a biology dissection of a worm, and I'm like,
So
what's there to look at here?
doing the same position.
So-
I'm not tracking any of
So
this.
correct. It's not. It wasn't a dissection. It was a disassemble, because I had to reduce it down to bones and then reassemble the skeleton.
Ooh.
We
And then you
didn't have
react.
sufficient tools for that. She had
Get in there.
she had to buy rats not meant for dissection, but meant for snake food.
What makes a rat right for dissection?
Size, age.
Colin's dissected the rat or two.
Colin has extensive rat experience.
Well, yeah, he went to culinary school.
That's true.
And Josh has experience dating a rat. Read a rat.
If only.
One day.
You wish.
But no, like, we also didn't have sufficient ways to clean the bones, so we had
Oh my god, it's the darkness beyond Kingdom Hearts.
So one of the things we had to do was, we had to put them in a pressure cooker so that the meat could be removed from the bones. And then we had to use a toothbrush and
So what you're saying is there was a pressure cooker full of tasty, tasty rat meat.
Yes, I couldn't eat pulled pork for a while.
God, I just remember my sister's graduation party. My mom made a bunch of pulled pork, and like no one ate it. So we had like 100 pounds of pulled pork.
100
It wasn't 100, but it was a lot. We like gave 2/3 of it away, and we still had bags of it.
All right, I do need some quiet for this fight here because I need to listen to the Phantom Zant spawns. Seriously. So if you don't finish a combo here, he'll always be... Oh, that sucks. I did a little slash on him by accident, and that threw it all off. So... He only needs one hit right now. And so if you finish a combo, he'll randomly warp around. But if you just do 3 attacks of the combo, he will always be able to hit him. But that little slash I did, and then the 3 hits made it so he would warp around, unfortunately. Lost a little time there, but not a big deal. Oh, that was a terrible throw. Didn't turn all the way around there.
Gripper.
So this
That kind
hand,
of bothers me. The middle 2 fingers are the short ones.
they're sending a good message.
Those hands freak me out so much.
Compo. I got compo.
Of course.
Don't eat it.
Using the clock.
Would anyone like a
Easy.
ball
Yeah,
up
yeah,
sock
yeah.
streak?
Or when they come through the
Chris,
door.
would you like a ball up sock streak?
Yeah.
Conserve your energy, Chris.
Chris, expend your energy so much that it goes negative and the unspent
I love
energy
that.
leaves.
So you don't have to...
Oh, you know.
Yes, Bimbo and Sonic.
I'm still surprised that caught on.
Yeah.
So now we have Chris on the couch, so now it's gonna be his turn. Or to be passed on. For Bendo.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. Alright, that's soul 1. We gotta go get the other soul, the other wing, and then we can go to the central
worst
part of the
possible
dungeon.
ending is we all end up ending.
Yeah,
I-
see, the thing is, I don't enjoy torture
I
for myself. Torture for other people, pretty tight, pretty lit. Torture for me, no.
Pretty rad.
Bad.
I use the word rad to my students.
What?
There was one time I said, I
American
can't remember what I
Arcadia
said. I said, like, can I have your attention,
American
please, one time?
Arcadia. It's
And they were
basically a video game version of the Truman Show.
Can I have your attention, please? Or something.
Except instead of it just
Sometimes
being
it just
one
be
person's
goofy and
life,
say
it's
things
show,
like-
it's a whole city. It's based around.
It's a pretty
It's basically
normal
like the
thing.
dystopian version of
Mixed up every once in a while.
Disney. Walt Disney's.
I usually,
Dream for
because I
Epcot.
pretty much every day I'm like,
I
hello
wonder if it
children,
has
in like
a
a
good speedrunner.
monotone voice.
I'm
it's just sort of a
not
joke
sure if
thing.
it would.
And they're like, hello, Mr. V. It's, I don't know, it's a fun
It might
thing.
just be like a
The kind of Mr. V.
Usually, or just Vitalis sometimes. Seriously.
My friend Wesley is so sick of her students talking about the Ohio Skibidi Riz.
Oh.
Then just start saying it yourself, so it's lame.
They definitely are interested in my love life. And ask me questions all the time.
I
What do you tell them? Nothing.
I tell them that if they graduate and they're still interested, I will give them the story of all of my love life.
Oh man.
They're gonna
Careful.
forget.
I don't know. Yeah.
Some of them might come back.
Who knows?
I hope they do. I want Joe to pay for his hubris.
Alright, I won't give them like the 3-hour version.
Yeah, you
Give them
will.
the 2-hour version.
Are you sure it's even 3 hours long?
Call it! Well, yes, it is!
Well, kiddos, my love life is what one might call kinda cringe fail.
You had that, never mind.
Who's the one person?
Yeah, his prom experience.
Who was that?
Lydia.
Lydia, that's right.
Are you serious?
Yes.
That was
No.
Yes, very serious. Very serious.
I was a little too low on that cross shot. That is. I've had that happen before, but it's just annoying. Oh. Oh, well. Second try. Usually it doesn't happen. Seriously? Twice?
I don't know.
Oh well. Not a big deal.
Auto forces you into wolf.
Yeah, when you're in the.
The mist.
Yeah.
Damn, that's very Ohio.
Yeah, imagine. What would Sora look like if he was a wolf?
What if he was a wolf?
What if he
We get
was a
to
wolf?
see him. We get to see him as a lion. And
Oh, I suppose that's right.
Does he have spiky hair?
He still has spiky hair.
Alright, round 2 with Phantom's End. We'll just need a little quiet again here.
But if we're loud, you'll learn to perform under pressure.
I think Okay. So that's how it should go. For that. For some reason, you have to get really close to that soul to have it in your hands when you claw shot it there. It won't make it all the way to you. See, even that wasn't close enough. It was.
Let the hand get you. It wants to give you a hug.
So this upcoming room is probably, I'd say it's probably the hardest for most casuals, like their first time going through, because there's no stairs to this one. You have to throw it from the correct platform, and you can't really tell where that would be. So, but it's actually super easy because it's literally right there, and you just throw it when you walk in like that. So, it actually happens to be one of the easier ones when you know what to do.
Fit on that. Nintendo hasn't made a.
Hey, they will. They'll fit. They'll make them fit.
World's biggest amiibo.
Galim's only weakness is
It's the Detective Pikachu. Who's here? Who's the call?
those games are so.
It's okay. It's okay. Oh, okay, this is an awkward situation.
Probably one.
This is what the kids would call a skibbity scene.
Okay, why was I being stupid?
Cool.
Where's the door?
Trick. Where's the door hole? It's right there. I marked it with the. I traced it with the magic marker. We're supposed to cut it out with the power saw. Relax. I'm gonna. Okay. So go get the power saw. Fine, I will. I see the problem. Oh, do ya?
Okay.
That's the only Drake and Josh bit I know.
Oh no. There's nothing I could have done there. This is a really hard situation. It's completely me just screwing around being stupid. I'm actually gonna let it get over here.
And just trying to take the ball.
This really should never ever happen. And it was, if you were seeing what I was doing, I was just putting the ball up. Like this.
Intervention.
I was, yeah, that was. That was stupid. Important thing is we don't have to do that all I didn't even know that could happen. I've always done, like, I do that all the time where I pick the ball up. I guess I haven't done it that many times before. Gotta wait around, so.
Oh, this is the music Zully the Witch uses in their videos.
Yeah, that's always.
I never noticed. I had always figured it was like an Elden Ring track
No, dude.
or something. I just never paid that close of attention. Zully the Witch, they do a lot of like free cam and behind the scenes stuff for FromSoft games.
They're really cool videos.
So like they're like, oh, what's under? Because there's a lot of NPCs that use the character models. What do they look like under?
Does it do more damage?
You see that.
It does too. It'll one-shot any regular enemy now, besides houses.
Glitches.
In the
Do a little bit.
In the
more
Twilight.
like
Any enemy it'll
They did. Because Armor Core, when you're on the same engine, you can actually get models. Just like there. Like the Strider, that big mining ship, stretches from the map. There's the floating city is bigger than the entire element. It's just how big it is. Very large.
Oh.
I kinda. Sometimes this is video type stuff. No hearts this time.
What about them pots?
No, those pots won't. Keys over here. So I won't do the LJ here. Let's see, I need, yeah, because I need to take 2 hearts of damage. So
When
That was
hitless
pro
speedrun.
right
what's that?
That's pro.
When's the
Skipping
hitless
them all
speedrun?
up.
No damage run.
I tried doing some damageless just casually.
For my
Back when it
2P
was kind of like a big
damageless.
thing for a little bit.
I prefer my T3 damage, plus it works better.
Oh. C3 contains It's really good in college. So, students from a different college came to their home meet, and they made these shirts that said free because they wanted to beat him. So he won the race, and then afterwards he grabbed the shirts. No one can stop him.
No one can stop Pre but Pre. And Pre don't stop for no Pre.
Those guys always freak me out as
Yeah.
a kid. Just because of their big trumpet heads.
Yeah, yeah. Sound.
Yeah.
Hey.
Taps.
Oh yes, it's good because it can get you through. But I'm debating just cutting
Come
out
on,
the
I'm
equipment.
pretty sure I'm the only one that's eaten any of
Oh, I had some.
Okay.
Yeah.
Counter. Whatnot.
It's just easier for everybody.
Yes. I'm trying to remember if I'm still running Sheet Assassination. If so, please.
Had a nice mustache.
Is at best 2 mana kill something. Otherwise it is 4 mana kill something. That's just like I don't know. Just too many hoops. With a Drodex, kill everybody at the same time. That's just the nature of a steal deck. Especially with the card where it's one to two percent.
Oh yeah, 100% is really cool for this one. Unfortunately, it's a little long for BGDH.
Because it would ruin the
It's
clothes.
a little over
Oh,
6
I think
hours.
bounces. Is it May?
But
Oh,
it's a
that
really,
was-
really cool run.
I believe so, yeah. Okay, if it's a May, it's fine.
It was also just
No, it's pretty much
Yeah,
all
yeah, I know.
items.
But yeah,
max
I
up
But I
items
was thinking
and
it's
cards
surveil and it gives
pulls.
an unblockable on
So that has
second
capabilities.
Yeah, that is
Is it power
capabilities,
3 or
yeah.
less? Yeah, that's fine. Almost everything's power 3
But
or less.
it actually, they don't have to
I don't
finish
run
it.
anything.
They just have to get the pose in there, which is basically all.
I mean-
besides.
No, because Desmond Miles.
No, they don't. Or K-bar deals.
That's his dad.
Oh.
So it's
So
not
there's 3 pose in there, and like the
I
third,
thought it
or
was
like
okay.
one of the last
I can double check. But
floors says
'Cause you don't-
don't-
No, I think you just get
they
plus
don't
X
get
plus
anything from
over.
actually. So we have to do.
I don't think it's.
I think we
I don't
only
think
skip
it's,
a couple
limited
floors.
to-
though.
I think there should be a postman
also
person.
for each other's.
Or you get
You go and see him in every weird place.
Yeah, I actually was thinking about that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I thought it'd be a little bit long because you have to get to K-bar deals.
Yeah.
To do that, and you'd have to get 2 K-bar deals, which would take a while.
Right,
Yeah.
but it's, you know.
Well, I mean that wouldn't be a big deal. I guess it'd mostly be getting to the point where you can do K-bar deals successfully, which would be after seeing the sky. So it's like you're doing so much of the run.
Why do you need to?
Because you need certain items. Well, you need at least spinner for sure. Here's Anne.
Can't believe they made that helmet in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom into a guy. Watch out, he's immune to ice. Oh my god, is this the Forest Temple?
It is.
Odin's speech.
So he's the only attack that matters is the last hit of the combo for most phases. So I was trying to like start him early there. There are some other ways, even though that is the last hit, the only one that matters. There are some faster ways to still complete the phase in other ones. This one's one of
I mean,
those.
if they keep mines calm,
It's the Goron Mines.
Yeah. Although he's not facing the Goron.
Oh, I didn't quite get the one cycle there. So you can get a one cycle if you do a specific attack pattern, but it's kind of hard. It's like a 2-turn window.
life.
Yeah.
They've been in this room.
All right. Probably a little quiet here if you don't mind. I gotta do this final. Let's skip the Zora armor in this fight here. Take a little bit safe. I did get extra bombs in Sigma Scouts. Should be fine. This is significantly easier than Morpheal because it's very scripted. Alright. So he's always gonna spawn on the one that's furthest away from you. And so I'm gonna go kind of between these two. And then he'll be in one of them, depending on which one I'm slightly further away from. So back to Ook here. A little bit different though. So, I'll always find in the middle here and launching him down. So here's the only required use of the ball and chain in the run. Is this phase. You can get through everything else without a problem, even though it saves time, but this is the only hard lock to stub his toe here. So I have a little strat that I do here to kind of keep up with him a little bit better. It's another one where the last hit of the combo is all that matters, but that's just a little bit easier for me. So now for the second cycle, we'll just need to jump attack him one time. So you can't hit him until he's small enough or whatever. Alright, the last phase is really cool if I can get it. Let's see. Oh, damn it. I did get this in 2022. Check out that run for how this fight should go. Where are you? I could not find him. Alright, not bad, I guess. Besides that fight.
No, not Zam.
He's technically not dead yet. Minda blows him up like a balloon in this cutscene that we skip. It's a pretty fun watch actually. It's pretty cool.
This just in. Joe likes watching people get blown up like balloons. Do with that what you will.
When they're villains, you know.
Likes inflation.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, just Hyrule Castle left.
Got about a minute, Joe. You got this.
A minute.
You're on.
Meant to win it.
Oh, for my PB?
Yeah.
Oh. that was dead a long time ago. That was dead after I missed Sword and Shield Skip the first time. Oh man, skip there. We can't complain because we saw him earlier.
Oh, that was laggy.
Okay. Well, as far as this run's concerned, I don't know that I can ever devote time to TP 80% ever again, really. This was exhausting to put together. I just don't have the time to do these longer runs with all these glitches anymore. I don't know, but we'll be a little overestimate, but we'll be okay. The first hour was obviously really bad, but after that, I played pretty well, I think, for the most part. Dungeons were overall pretty decent, besides that thing in Palace. But, not sure what I want to do next year. I think I want to stick around the 2-hour range. Just don't have that gamer endurance that I used to, you know? But this has been fun. It's been really fun to kind of learn the new glitches and things and do this. I mean, I won't say I will never do this run again, but it's getting harder and harder to commit to long runs. But we'll see. I definitely like longer speedruns in general that have interesting glitches and things. You know, it's just, I think they're much more interesting than short little runs that just have movement things. So this is still my favorite speedrun of all time. We'll see if it comes back. It won't be next year, I can guarantee that. But we'll see if there's a discussion. Well, what?
It's gonna be here next year.
No, I don't. I've been doing Twilight Princess every other year since 2020, I think. So it won't be here next year. Not sure what I'm doing next year yet, but it'll probably be something around the 2.5 hour mark. Has kind of been my sweet spot for 2 to 2.5 for a speed run. And then on top of that, I've also just took on a lot this year with speedruns. Learning Undertale, obviously. This game, kind of relearning and learning new glitches, and then what you're going to see after this as well. So, you know, I definitely, this is by far the hardest group of runs I've ever done for a BGDH. And we'll finish all of them. We'll see. I think we'll finish all of them. Definitely finish this one.
Just avoid that.
Oh yeah, I should probably talk about it. I'm like, I've been kind of letting you guys have fun because it's probably the end of the night. But yeah, you can skip the cutscene, and it'll you can then move while the thing is trying to spawn the barrier. So just skip it. Pretty weak barrier. Here's Kim Bolden 4. Whoops. Yeah, you know, this guy takes a lot of hits from the rest, with like no effect. He's a thick guy.
Stronger than Ganon.
Enough.
At the end, he just grins and hands you a key. Just, yeah.
Like I've always wondered, like, is that a grin or is he just like? I can't tell. I don't know. Oh,
Says you can't skip.
so there's a thing you can do there. There's one frame you can get a backflip, and during the backflip, if you save warp, it's actually about a second faster because you could skip that mini text that I got. But if you don't get it, it's faster to roll back. So it'll be 6. So we'll get to Ganon before 320. So it's gonna be about 325.
Oh.
There, you can skip that barrier as well. That's why I kind of jump attacking that little white corner there, and then you can skip the cutscene while it's spawning, and then not get knocked in. I was actually kind of going back and forth on if I should do 320 or 325 for my estimate. I guess I should have done 325. That'll be right about where we are for this run. So, I haven't uploaded it yet, but I do plan to upload my route PB. It's not my actual PB. Actual PB is 30817. I got back in 2018 when I played this game religiously. But my 31003 that I got with this route a few weeks ago, I'll be uploading that to my YouTube channel, Grampy JoJo channel. And if you want to see a little bit better run, check that out. I'll upload that soon. Yeah. They will run away if you give them too much time, so you gotta kind of time the bomb throw there, yeah.
Life-saving thing?
Not yet. That'll be on the other side. You gotta do this first. I hate when this happens. Sometimes the target just doesn't work for this. So we fought a lot of enemies, big ones, small ones, but there's one enemy that I think if it wasn't for certain characters that we have not interacted with once in this entire run, we'd be dead and we couldn't go fight Ganon. So you'll be seeing that dramatic cutscene take place right here.
Yeah. Half-hearted damage.
Yeah, like this. This would literally do a half heart. Oh, thank goodness. I mean, like if this cutscene didn't happen and it was still those enemies, I literally would not kill any of them and get the mouse sword unless I had to kill them. Like these. Yeah.
We've never seen before.
Well, we did see Russell at the beginning.
I think I actually did a little more.
Yeah, they don't do a lot. Like, you just see him in Telma's bar, like, throughout the run, or throughout the game. Russell does a decent amount, I guess. Like, I don't know. None of the others really do. You see them in, like, their different spots. Alright, final staircase, and then it's Ganon time.
Yeah.
Maybe you could do a 100% run of Breath of the Wild next year.
Yeah. I'm definitely looking to go longer.
All shrines.
You can just be playing Breath of the Wild throughout the whole event while other games are going.
Then I miss everything.
Nah, you could be like right next to it.
Just be constantly on the couch.
Yeah. Because it takes 2 days, right?
It takes 24 hours if you're good. So
thought
I
you-
mean, for yeah.
I thought you got like an 8-hour sleep break or something.
Oh, you technically do, but I think that the timer can pause.
Yeah.
But yes, it's around. I think it's actually under 24 hours now. But that's like if you're a good player. You know, there were some runners. I don't know if they're still active runners for it right now, but that were like doing runs somewhat regularly, like once every like couple of weeks. Which I mean, that's a lot. Doing a full day run.
Well, that's your full-time job.
I guess, yeah, that's true. They're like a full time streamer.
Mind getting to that point, but I don't think I'll ever get there.
Yeah, it'd be fun, but I don't know. I feel like it's not where my passion is.
You stream, Colin?
Nope.
Good start. So 7 cycles is ideal here. We also hopefully don't get triangle attacks. We want the stab ones that are a bit faster. Now she can give me a energy ball here. She can't give you like 1, 2, 3 in a row. It has to be on the 1st, 3rd, and 7th. So now there's a minimum of 3 other attacks that will happen no matter what. So that's how the 7th cycle will work. So we're looking pretty good so far. There's other RNG elements to this as well, like how much time she takes in between attacks is RNG as well. This will be a triangle here. Yeah, a limit lag there. Okay, so this can be alright, not bad.
Nice.
7 cycle with 1 triangle, it's good.
Could it be any better?
Yeah, if you get all stabs and you get the quickest like
Quick.
attack in between, yeah. So it could be a little bit faster, yeah. B scan, we're gonna hit him with ball and chain right away here. Alright, that's the max amount of damage you can do on him. You want to do that twice. So he's gonna come from up here now. Same deal again here.
Good thing the game showed you where that ball and
Alright, so good. So we did the max amount of damage you can do in 2 cycles, and now he's at literally 1 hit away from dying. And when he's at that point, he's actually going to come out of the first portal possible. So there's no RNG here. And so now I don't even need to transform. I can just fight him as wolf, and it'll end the fight. That's horseback time. Horseback and showdown.
You should do one chance.
We're already overestimated by a couple minutes, so.
It's cool when you do it.
It is
Quick as
cool.
you can.
Yeah, it's cool. Alright.
Josiah, if this is your final Twilight Princess for a while, you need to explain the or the arrow mechanics one more time.
All right. So so when you target Ganon, that's when the arrow spawns, and you're kind of controlling how you aim the arrow with the joystick. Oh, that is interesting. That's why I don't talk during this.
Sorry.
All right, now I gotta get him behind me. This is where it's annoying. Good recovery, at least. One more. So yeah, you kind of control with. Oh. Well, messed it up both times, but had good recoveries, so I don't know. Decent fight.
It's nice that he waits for you.
Alright. Definitely no TP next year. We'll see what glitches are found. I mean, I'm still in the hope and belief that eventually something big will happen.
What if they found the biggest skill?
Oh, if there was something that saved like an hour, I mean, that might make me do it next year. Like that, I mean, but you know, unless it's something like that, no.
Okay.
All right, so time will be. So I'm gonna hit him 3 times. It's 12-second fight.
Okay. Okay.
What if there was a glitch that made the run longer?
All right, so this fight's pretty easy when you use this exploit here. I messed it up quick. So if you do a jump spin attack, it'll knock him down right away, and I apparently can't land it right now. There you go. And then another one. And then another one. And time.
Couple minutes over, but that's not so bad.
So, I guess I'll try to keep this brief because we went 5 over, but for most of this game's history, when I started this game, it was in the middle of the pack as far as any percent runs were. Wind Waker was a 4-hour run, Skyward Sword was a 5-hour run. Both of those games have gotten their holy grails. I'm hoping this game could get something big soon. World record right now is 248. My record is 310 with this route, 308 with the older route. Definitely, this was a lot to put together. Put this run back together and kind of relearn some stuff, but it was really fun. I'm sorry I was crabby the first hour. That really frustrated me. Some of the things that were happening, really uncommon things. Sword and Shield skip, that's whatever, but the Forest Escape thing was a little weird. But anyway, bad first hour. The rest of it was all right, not bad. I think all the early Lake Bed stuff went pretty well. Second try in that, and then the dungeons went pretty well overall. Besides that dumb thing in Palace of Twilight, lost a minute or so there. But this is an exhausting run, and I need a break from this game for a little while, I think. But stay tuned because this game's painful, but if you want to see painful, stay tuned.
All right. Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.